Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah. Bitch, I'm sipping on this Henny like somebody told me not to. I do what I want, you niggas doing what you got to. Got a brand new bitch and it's not you. Put these tats on my face, ma said not cool. I got cash in the bank, I'm acting damn fool. I pulled the cat out that hat like I'm Doc Seuss. East coast to the west, that's a Pac move. I gotta make it to the top, I cannot lose. I need money that look way more than decent. I be in the cut cause I be trying to duck the precinct. Fire Athena better than the Mona Lisa. Listen up real quick, I get you hip to this thesis. Keep a couple pieces of that candy, Reese's. Keep a couple straps on you handy, they creepin'. Bitch, and I know who got the work if you fiendin'. Better not act stupid though, I ride with them demons. Cállate la boca, can't you see a nigga scheming? One more shot of Henny, I'ma have that pussy leaking. I do what I wanna when I wanna and it's frequent. And I won't trust a bitch cause they always got secrets. Bitch, I'm sippin' on this Henny like somebody told me not to. I do what I want, you niggas doing what you got to. Got a brand new bitch and it's not you. Put these tats on my face, ma said not cool. I got cash in the bank, I'm acting damn fool. I pulled the cat out that hat like I'm Doc Seuss. East coast to the west, that's a Pac move. I gotta make it to the top, I cannot lose. Bitch, I'm sipping on this Henny like somebody told me not to. I do what I want, you niggas doing what you got to. Got a brand new bitch and it's not you. Put these tats on my face, ma said not cool. I got cash in the bank, I'm acting damn fool.
I thought I'd start the intro a little earlier, a little different today.
Gotta make it to the top, I cannot lose. She only fucking
The last show of the year,
she move that booty up and down
like the stocks do.
I'ma turn up every day and still get paid for it. And if you sleeping on the wave, I'm on the way forward. These niggas acting like they don't.
I hope y'all ready. It's the last show of 2023.
They ain't ready. They ain't gonna never be ready.
Wake your ass up.
Bitch, catch your breath, I'm finna keep going. Damn, licking on my ball, she keep deep going. I'ma hit that from the back with a slow motion. I'ma break your back with this deep stroke. Bitch, I'm sipping on this Henny like somebody
He talking that jazz like me.
Doing what you got to. Got a brand new bitch
And it's not you.
these tats on my face, ma said
Not cool.
I got cash in the bank, I'm acting damn fool. I pulled the cat out that hat like I'm Doc Seuss. East coast to the west, that's a Pac move. I gotta make it to the top, I cannot lose.
He said, I do what I want, you do what you got to.
I'm just counting blue strips.
I gotta make it to the top, I cannot lose.
Yeah. It's your boy, E.B.H. Black. Everybody hates black. With Powerball Rich, the co-host, with special guest Freeze. What's good? What's good with the 3Kings today? What's up?
Man, just happy to still be sucking in air because it's all fair. Making it to see 2024. You know,
we popping up like the ice cream truck. It ain't changed.
Never on my way to Calabasas on their asses.
You feel me?
Trying to slide through like a credit card and hold you down like Spritz.
Okay. Go ahead and share this. Y'all might want to get on the train before it packs up, because once it start packing up, we charging. So go on and subscribe to this, go on and like this, follow the guys and hack in. Okay, let me see. I see y'all starting without me. Let me go on and fuego, you know what I'm saying? Burn it.
Oh yeah, let me smoke on my little pinner. You know, I roll a pinner.
You know you got fire when you got pinners.
Dude,
helping to see 2024. I feel you on that. Indeed. Hold on, let me hit my girl Clarissa from Talk to Me Delicately. She been hitting me asking what be going on.
Man, you know.
Hey, so let's do an icebreaker or two. Before we get into our topics, because today we talking about I wonder why they call you bitch. We're gonna discuss why men really call women bitches so easily. And then we're gonna talk about
infrequently.
We're gonna talk about the value of life. We're gonna talk about the value of life and improper parenting. You know, these are just three random topics that we talking about, you know. So those are what we're gonna talk about. So Let's go do this icebreaker.
Hey, all you viewers out there, it's gonna get a little deep tonight, man. Saturday Night Live, man, with the E.B.H. Black Show with Powerball Rich, the co-host with special guest Freeze, nigga, because we keep them froze. You heard me?
Yeah, did.
He was just showing us all his he had frostbite back in the day.
He was showing all his wardrobe from all his videos, man. If y'all ain't know yet, and if you need to know now, hack in on YouTube, type in Freeze TV, man.
Yes,
type
sir.
in Powerball Rich, man. Type in E.B.H. Black, man. You know.
Yes, all right, here's the icebreaker. Here's a little scenario I saw today. Well, earlier this week, I want to share with the guys today. It say, me and my husband has been married for 5 years. We have talked about a threesome years ago with a new friend, a male that's 25, a friend of his. But I backed out before we could even start planning it. I went through his phone and saw a message to that friend saying, I'll send you more videos when I take more. I asked him about it, and he admitted everything. He said he had still been telling his friend there was a chance to have a threesome and would send him videos of us having sex or me having him and saying you could be there and stuff like that. After I pressed more, he admitted he also been sharing our videos with 3 other guys, telling them the same thing. He said he liked the thought of sharing me with someone else, and also the guys would send videos back of them having sex or being had. I told him I was very hurt and felt cheated on since he was basically sexting them. He said he was being selfish and didn't see it from my point of. He said she was being selfish and didn't see it from my point of view, and he would go to therapy to get help, but I'm not sure if I should just divorce him or is it normal for men to do?
I think
is that normal for men to do?
I think she wrote it right where he said that he was being selfish and he was gonna go to therapy. You feel me?
Okay.
I think she wrote it right.
Said, oh yeah, you're right. He said he was being selfish and didn't see my point of view, and he was going to therapy to get help. Okay. Thanks, King. So is that normal though?
To him and that community of niggas he's sending them pictures to.
True.
That's like that Adam 22 nigga. Like some niggas just like to see their bitches get fucked. It's a whole community of that online. The cucking or whatever that shit called.
Oh yeah, cuckolding.
That's gay.
Hey, listen, man. You touch my broad in front of me, I'm gonna blow both of y'all down.
Nigga, you text my broad, I'm gonna be tripping.
I'm just saying, I ain't watching shit.
You slide in my broad inbox, I'm gonna be tripping, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
On the guys, on bro now.
My feelings gonna be hurt, my nigga. We need one of them. We need one of them things. So when we ask a question like that, we could push the button and say, "Nigga, my feelings would be hurt." Like we got.
Oh, you want one of them? Oh, you want to make you one? I'm gonna make you a custom one.
Yeah, we need to find that where in a movie or something when somebody say, "Man, my feelings was hurt," or "You hurt my feelings." Like, man, you gonna hurt my feelings with that, right?
I'm gonna clip the one you said the other day. You said I ain't even gonna play with it because I'm gonna be in my feelings.
Man, hey,
that was the truest thing I heard. That was true though. I felt you on that right there.
Did you see the academic shit today? That DJ.
What's up, Darius?
Shit?
What's crackling?
That's my nigga that's my nigga from the city. What up? Hey,
What's
did you see that DJ academic shit?
No, what happened?
DJ Academics, he invited a little bitch over to his crib. When he invited her over to the crib, he's so drunk he pass out. He wake up, his partners wake him up like, bro, we out. We holler at you. He wake up. He like, the nigga's like, bro, that girl that you Ubered over here, she in there in the room over there. So he go to the room and he said the girl was laying in the room naked. This nigga said, he like, what the fuck? What happened? So he went back and looked at his cameras on his phone to see all his cameras in his house. And he was watching his homies run train on old girl in the backyard by the pool. And then
wow.
So the girl
nigga, bro. Hey, hold on, man. You mean to tell me DJ Academics knocked him abroad, had her come slide through.
No, this is his broad that he been having for like 2 years. This is
Oh,
broad.
I'm done.
This is broad that he be having slide. You know what I'm saying? He said she might come spend a week, dip.
That's my
Spend a
nigga
few
right there,
days,
man.
dip. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
my
then,
nigga D-Dog. What's up, D-Dog?
what's up, my
King?
nigga?
Smoking that GMO, nigga.
Look, so then he said that he was at a party all day with Antonio Brown and took his crew with him. They was chilling all day, drinking, getting fucked up. He said he was so fucked up when he got home at 9 o'clock, you could see it on the cameras. He just went to his room and went to sleep. Forgot that he had even Ubered the girl over to the crib.
And she ended up getting buzzed down.
She ended up getting buzzed down, my nigga.
Is he in his feelings or something now about it, or what?
Well, no, she ended up when he showed her the phone and confronted her about it and kicked her out. She felt the way about it, and nigga, she went and did a rape kit and all of that and tried to say them niggas raped her.
See, I was just about. See, I'm glad. See, that's what I was gonna say. That's kind of what happened to Pac, right? Pac was fucking with a broad. Pac went to sleep, dipped off, went to sleep. All the homies was there. Then all of a sudden, something happened. He wake up and find out it was some shenanigans going on, and then now he take the charge.
If Academics didn't have that footage, he would have had to take that, and all them niggas would have had to take that. Because he said when he woke her up, she denied it. Like, what was y'all doing last night? He said she was like, oh, just having fun, this and that. Nigga, what type of fun? You feel me? Like,
too much fun.
So much fun that she can't. The kind of fun that'll make you come.
You feel me?
What'd you say? Her GPS was broken, so she got bust down.
That shit crazy, my nigga. That shit crazy.
Yeah.
Then he was online today airing out. He talked about his ex-girlfriend stealing 500 cash from his house, 500,000 cash from his crib.
You know what? That make him sound like a sucker to me though. Like, how you let a bra spend
premium
how you let,
91?
Yeah, you right, 91. Why would you let somebody steal $500,000? I thought you said 500, and I would have been like, oh, okay, I'd have let her get away with that. But 500K, that ain't happening. Now you letting the homeboys run through your broad without you knowing it, allegedly, because I would think that what kind of partners would be like, man, I'm gonna knock them down with the homie in there. Did nobody go tell him? Nobody go wake him up or nothing?
Hey, so the girl, she just dropped a video just an hour or two ago talking about when she woke up, he was on top of her. Academics was on top of her.
Academics need to lay off that Hennessy. They don't even make Hennessy like they used to anyway. So you don't even know what you drinking Douce Plus.
Hey, this nigga say the girl gave him he said the girl gave him access to her Ring camera. He said he go through the Ring camera and go back to the dates when his money and shit came up missing. And he said on her Ring camera, she in the kitchen like unpacking her luggage from when she got back to Houston. He said, here come a sock with a bundle of 50,000 out of that sock. Boom, another sock, 50,000 out of that sock.
50,000. I thought you meant 500.
No, 500K is the total, but 50,000 bundles. He said he had his money in $50,000 bundles, and she was pulling them out of socks. Like, here go one 50,000. Here go another 50,000.
That nigga D-Dog said some of these females is real dirt bags.
Well, are they really dirt bags? Because I think it ends up being opportunistic because just like a nigga know who they could try. Just like females know who they could try.
Hey, you think if you was at a chick house and she was drunk and passed out, you think you would take 500K out of her safe? Would you take 500K out the safe?
Out of a broad safe?
Yeah.
And I got access to the safe?
She don't know you got access to the safe.
I couldn't do it.
Bro. Like I could do it, but I wouldn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
Let me say that. I could do it, but I wouldn't do it. It kind of depends on some other stuff too, though. What kind of female, what's our relationship like?
She like Academics and old girl relationship was.
I'm just a buzz down. I'm a sneaky link.
no, that's a different chick. That's your girl. She come, you go stay at her house for a few weeks. That's your girl.
Oh hell nah. Oh hell nah. I wouldn't do
Listen,
that.
I couldn't do it. You know why? Because that nigga R&B Peasy just did some shit like that with
Oh wow, yeah.
with Future baby mama. You feel me? Took her chain and shit and pawned it off because he was doing bad. You know what I'm saying? Then she took to the internet. Anything you do nowadays, it's gonna hit the net. So you better be ready for, you know what I'm saying, a response or an explanation of some sort. You dig? Because
But why do you care what people think? You up 500K. I don't care
remember
what
we just
y'all think.
said we're gonna end the show. I ain't gonna spoil it, but we're gonna end the show with our New Year's resolution. And remember what we said earlier, what type of energy we wasn't going in.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with
right,
you, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about from a perspective, from the narrative of a person who would.
I couldn't do it, gang.
A person who would take the 500K, you think they care about what people think about them?
Nah, hell no. They don't care.
Not.
You know what I'm saying? You can't care about what people think about you if you gonna steal like that. Like,
well, you might not care in the moment.
But that's what I'm saying. If you smart enough, that 500K might last you.
Oh yeah, for sure. It should, especially if you ain't never had that kind of cash.
But you know what I will do? Now listen, it will reevaluate the way I act with her. Because now I know she got that bag, and now instead of stealing it or scamming it,
you already know she got that bag. Like Academic said, he give his bitch a lot of money. Like he said, I'm real generous. I give her a lot of money.
That's what he did. Then that's gonna be normal to me. If I know she got that bag, I'm gonna say, oh, that's 500K. She got that bag.
That's what he said.
It depends on the scenario.
He said he leave money. He said he leave money all around the crib all the time. Like he said,
he's a goofy.
He's a goofy. He's 91. He wear 91 on his jersey.
Yeah, he do. She ain't never touched none of that money.
That's the setup. That's the best way to steal something. You don't steal something hella times. You just get one good time. 500K is one good time.
She take the 500K. She goes to Houston. She buy a $140,000 vehicle. She get her a crib over the Toyota Center. She living it up. She fucking with different niggas. He telling all her business now. Like she fucking with scammer niggas, this and that, whatever. He was like, she get broke. She fall off. So he was like, she fall off. She called him and he said, I'm a simp because I let her back. Yeah. He said, and when she came back, she gave me my money back. So he was like, I wasn't tripping. She paid me back.
I don't believe that.
He was like, I don't
believe that.
Because how's she gonna pay you back if she just spent 140 on a truck and she just spent a year lease at a condo that was like 20,000 of your money?
Yeah,
right?
He lying.
He lying.
Nobody just got a $500,000. If you got a $500,000 already, you ain't about to steal it like that.
You feel me? And these is little kids, my nigga. These girls are like 25. Well, the motherfuckers ain't got that kind of money, man. All right. My nigga said, I'm taking the money.
For real though. Like I can understand you should be able to leave money around your crib. I understand you should be able to leave your jewelry.
Listen, that's
hold on. I understand that you should be able to do that, right? But that's if you was in there by yourself and the number of people in there is very limited. Now, if you just doing that all the time for all these broads, you set up.
But that's what they do. That's what they doing. Like when you a young nigga like that and you got that kind of money, like he said on the interview, on the thing, you're gonna be like, everybody come to my big old mansion. Y'all come kick it here. I got the pool. I got the this, that. He said, then you're gonna look up and something like this gonna happen to you. If you ain't got cameras and all of that, you're gonna really be in trouble.
You's a goofy if you leave anything out like money and jewelry when you have company.
Right.
You know what kind of people, you know how people are, man. They can't help themselves. Like even if that's your dog, he might be in a position to where he about to get evicted if he don't come up with $1,500 in the next hour. You know? In the next hour. So guess what you gonna do? Man, Freeze got it, man. We in the mansion, man.
At the same time, though, PB. At the same time, though. My bad.
You got $1 million right there and won't even help your man's out, though.
No, there's something wrong with that. But at the same time, PB.
Hold on. What if his man's is too prideful and don't want to say nothing?
Yeah.
So you too prideful to ask your man for help? So you rather steal from him?
It's niggas like that, gang.
That's backwards as hell.
That's super backwards. But
that's just like these
what
rappers nowadays.
What if you
that,
ask your friend
hold
for
on,
help and he don't help
That's
you?
just like these rappers nowadays. To piggyback off what Black just said, that's backwards. Rappers nowadays, okay, back in the days, rappers sold drugs. Then they invested into the music to stop from selling drugs to make it in the industry so they can live a prosperous, good, lovely, safe life. Okay? Nowadays, rappers come from the streets, make it in the industry, and then go back to the streets. Or they never been in the streets at all, like Chris Brown, get famous and want to start gangbanging.
Yeah,
and being in hoods.
But nowadays, it ain't no more drug dealers. That's over with.
Yeah, we talked about that. I don't think we have talked about that, but that's something we're gonna talk about soon too.
Yeah, that's over with.
Yeah, we talked about that offline, but we gonna have
hanging on the block, trapping that shit.
You talking about dinosaur grinding?
Dinosaur grinding. Yeah. Hey, so but PB though, I was gonna say this. We didn't been in each other's crib, and I'm pretty sure if we was in Calabasas right now.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Me, you, and Freeze at the crib. If it's me, you, and Freeze at the crib, we leave it. Huh?
On set in Calabasas. On our set.
Yeah, on set. But I'm gonna stay in that bitch for like 6 months straight up because I'm gonna just do a 6 months recording everything in my life. But I'm gonna leave. I wouldn't go put up my money and my jewels if y'all there.
Oh no, yeah.
But now if I had bitches coming through, and we gonna talk about why men call women bitches in a minute. If we had bitches coming through, and niggas I don't fuck with real tough, then you a goofy if you leave it out. You only leave it out for niggas that you trust. And even if the shit did come up missing, right? Like 40 say, act like that, you ain't tripping. The next few days, partner came up missing. That's what you do to old girl. Let her go ahead and spin it on there and be like, oh, you got a new spot? I'm gonna come pull up on you. I'm gonna bring you a housewarming gift and the whole shit. Then let her come to the crib and make
baby come up missing. Then you don't get your money
know what
back.
I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Nah, you saying right though, gang. Like
don't get all emotional about it and do what they do. Go online and air them out.
Listen,
you air them out.
Listen, Black. We didn't been around each other when niggas didn't have bands on top of bands on top of bands. Right. I mean, you didn't been in the car with niggas with 150 bands on them, and we didn't rob them. We didn't take their shit. We didn't kill them. Like, you feel me?
No.
Right.
I've been around Black. I've been around you, Black, when you had about 50 bands on you in the car. You know what I'm saying? I could have went bad, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. But that never crossed my mind.
Man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas
that never crossed my mind though.
Hey, that shit happened to me though. A nigga was riding with me. A nigga, I'm not even gonna say his name, but a nigga hit me one day and the nigga was like, bro, I got like whoopty wop. I need to help get this off. So I made a couple phone calls. I helped him get it off. Boom, real quick. Then the nigga was like, hey, I'm finna go to Vegas. Wanna go with me? It's all on me, free. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Don't even trip. He's like, bro, we just made all this money. Like, I'm like, I'm good. So I didn't go. The nigga come back. The nigga said, hey, I got this, and this again. Can you help me do what you helped me do last time again? I'm like, yeah, no problem. Here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. We good. Couple days go by. He pop up on me at the barbershop. I cut his hair. It was like late at night. So I cut his hair. Boom, boom, boom. He said, hey, can you give me a ride to the crib? So I'm like, yeah, bet. I go to his crib. I'm taking him to like some condos or something. And he like, drive around here, go around there, go to the back, go this way, go. I'm like, I'm thinking in my mind, like, this nigga trying to find somewhere to rob me at or something. Like, this don't feel right. Like, this feel real weird. So we get like to the back of the apartments, and then when he was finna get out the car, he had just rolled with me and watched me buy a zip of weed. So he like, hey, can I get some of that weed to boom, boom? And I'm like, damn, we just made all this money together the last maybe month. Like, you should have $100,000 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be good, but you need. So I'm like, I'm not tripping. He just gave me 100 for the cut. Like, I'm not even tripping. Boom, I gave him the weed. He got out the car and just started walking. I'm like, damn, I ain't paying no mind. But I drove off and I was just thinking, it was going through my mind, like, damn, I wonder what that was about. So a couple days later, he hit me. Hey, I got the woo wop. So I'm like, bet. I help him. I'm talking about 15 minutes we was done. And so then we good. Boom, I'm cutting. One of my partners come in from out of town. He like, hey, I'm like, yeah, my partner, let me call my nigga and see if cause he just called me and so I call him. I'm like, hey, bro, pull up on me. He like, bet. He pull up. He like, yeah, boom, boom. So he like, we gotta go over here. So I'm like, bet. We go over there. We do everything cool, but he riding with me. So he in the passenger seat and I'm driving. And my nigga who from OT, he in the back seat. So we driving. We get to the light on like one of these crazy lights. PB, you know what I'm talking about? On 48th and Vineyard. Like that's a crazy light. Like if you sitting at that light, you can fuck around and be sitting at that light for a long time.
Yeah.
So we sitting at that light. Next thing I know, boom, I got hit in the head with a pistol, my nigga. I tried out, like my first instinct was like, get out of the passenger side door and go. You feel me? Like, get out of the passenger side door. I mean, get out of the driver's side door and go. Cause the nigga just like threw my car and drive like, like hard, like fuck the transmission up. You could hear it like,
Yeah.
and then snatch my keys out the ignition. I'm in the middle of the street. It's broad daylight, like maybe 2, 3 in the afternoon. My nigga, people driving by like they watching this shit. And so when I try to get out the driver's side of the door, it's a nigga standing there with 2 guns like this. So this nigga had been following us this whole time. This nigga,
Wow.
this
The
nigga
plot
grabbed.
thickens.
Yeah, like I tell the rest of the story another day. But I was just saying that to say you can't even trust the niggas who right there with you that you really fuck with. Cause like you said, PB, it might be that day where the nigga need this or need that. The nigga got the gun on me and start crying. The nigga got the gun on me and start crying like my nigga, it's fucked up, but I need this right now. And I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. It was crazy. I'll tell the rest of the story another day. But that shit was crazy, my nigga.
Well, that's true. You really can't trust nobody completely. Me personally, the way I feel, and this is just a me thing. So I ain't saying y'all niggas go try this. This is a me thing. If a nigga get me, cause just like how he got you, they this intricate plan. Cause they know that you ain't no goofy, so they had to have this intricate plan in order to get you. If y'all let me live through that, you're gonna wish you didn't. Cause I promise you, I'm killing families. Families. I'm talking about I'm talking about over a period over 20 years. Niggas is gonna be dropping. You ain't gonna even know why.
Man.
I don't even care. If you give me for what Clarissa say, you give me for 1 cent. It's hands and feet every time I see you.
On game.
Hey, it's not
It's
even
the
worth it.
principles. It's the
No,
principles.
it ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it.
When you live in that world, that type of shit happens.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that I ain't in that world. But
When
if
you
I'm in
live in
that
that
world,
when you live in
it
that
comes with the
world,
territory.
yeah, and one thing that my life ain't worth it. And the nigga who jacked me, his life ain't even worth it. You dig what I'm saying? Like one day I walked in the studio and the nigga was in the studio sleep. Swear to God, bro. I walked in a random studio and the nigga was sitting in the studio sleep. I went and got a bat from outside, my nigga. I was gonna bust his head in. He was in the studio, drunk, sleep. And the nigga who was recording didn't know what had happened between me and that nigga before. And the nigga called me. This was probably like maybe 10 years later. I hadn't seen the nigga in 10 years. The nigga hit me and I pull up and the nigga right there. Like it took everything in me not to go to jail that day. It wasn't worth it.
Listen, I can share a story too. Y'all can Google it too. It's on Google. You know what I'm saying? My best friend sent his little fake ass police gang members or whatever to my house to hit a lick on me. You feel me? And man, them niggas came through my shit. This shit happened in 2009. Boy, them niggas came to my crib, my nigga, with police tactical uniforms on. Nigga, I swear to God, nigga, I thought it was the Rollers, nigga. I even complied, nigga, when they bust through the Arcadian door, nigga, I got down on the ground. Was like, nigga, it's good, nigga. But now, when they kicked me in my mouth and shit and started kicking me and hitting me with them sticks, you feel me? I was like, hold on, man. We ain't in a foreign country. The police don't get down like this in America. I mean, not in this form and fashion, you feel me? Maybe if you resist or some shit, you feel me? But nigga, I complied. I got on the ground, so I wasn't putting two and two together. I'm a quick thinker, so I was like, oh, this ain't the police. You might got the uniforms and the brandishings and shit saying you the Rollers, but this ain't the Rollers, gang. So by the time I figure that out, I get up. I'm not finna let you just kick me and beat me on the ground. You're gonna have to blow me down, my nigga. I have no fear about, you know what I'm saying, departing this world, man. So when I stood up, I was like, hold on, man. Shh, man, I'm talking to them like I'm a part of the lick. I'm like, I've got my hands up. I say, hey, bro, y'all tweaking, bro. I'm like, y'all tripping, man. Nigga, don't y'all know I live next door to the highway patrolman right here and the sheriff department across the street? I said, they probably, the police already on their way, gang. I live in the suburbs, my nigga, in the most prestige city, in one of the most prestige cities in America, my nigga. You tweaking. You know what I'm saying? So they looking at me like, okay, this is the big homie. I could tell they youngsters. So now I was like, hey, man, whatever dude, and I knew it. I said, whatever dude told y'all I had in here, he lied to you. But I'm going to let y'all go check and do what y'all, because y'all already in here. Go check and do your thug things. So I'm not going to do shit. I'm going to sit right here. You know what I'm saying? And I swear, I ain't tripping, my nigga, because I know this life. I told him, I said, I know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? So they run through my house. There's 4 of them. Nigga, the one that was supposed to watch me even left. He was like, man, he looking out for us. You feel me? So after they look around, all they did was find jewelry, no money, no drugs, no nothing. They just took jewelry. By the time they get outside and start hitting it, nigga, the police is already outside, my nigga. Already outside. The police let them drive off because the police seen them with them sticks. You feel me? So they didn't want to have a shootout in the suburban area. You feel me? So they let them ride off. And then that's when they did the little pit maneuver. And one of them died that night. You feel me? And two of them was brothers, and one lost his brother on the botch lick. You feel me? Everything they took, they got caught with. So I got everything back. You know what I'm saying? I got rid of that shit because I didn't want that jewelry no more. I was like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the life for me. That's why I don't fuck around no more. Like, that shit is childish. It's just, ask P&B Rock, nigga. You feel me? So, like, it's like when that shit happened, bro, that changed my whole perception on human beings, period, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? My dude sent them through there, my nigga. When I took care of him in the pen. He was the man in the pen. You know who I'm talking about, Freeze. He was the man in the pen. Took care of him for 4 years. Didn't need nothing. He should have got out balling. I'm like, what happened, bro? He's like, oh, man. Long story short, I heard he was getting extorted, my nigga, to tell y'all the truth. Like, he was paying for protection. He had a good life and a good time in there because everything I was sending him, he was giving it away. Was not stacking not $1.
It was giving it away.
He was giving it away for protection. Nigga, he on a 4-year
freedom, bro.
Man, he doing 4 years and he got to pay for protection. That you's a sucker. So
the price of freedom.
Listen, so when he get home, I look out for him. I give him, I pack him up, and then gave him some work. You feel me? And so I try to help him. That's my best friend. I'm trying to help him get back on. I'm on. So of course I'm gonna help you get on. I'm not gonna put you on like freely. I work for mine, so I'm gonna be your plug, nigga, and you work for yours. So I guess he didn't like how I was rocking. And then the night before he sent them 2 dudes to my house, another goofy ass nigga I used to fuck with, I don't fuck with no longer. He told me, he said, hey, bro, when you was in the club, man, dude was looking at you real weird, my nigga. Like, that's supposed to be, yeah, bro. Like, man, I'm feeling a lot of heat coming off that chair from over there. You feel me? But I paid it no mind. I said, man, that's my nigga. I just gave him $700 last night to pay his rent. You know what I'm saying? So then that stuff happened. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's public information, man. But
yeah, they put you all on the news. They had that nigga
yeah,
social media on the news and all type of shit.
bro,
That
they
was a
had
big
nigga.
thing.
They had DJ what's his name from the radio station J Times 3. That nigga was all on the news camouflaging like he knew me and saying good things about me. Boy, you hated on me to the radio. Had him take my shit off the air. My nigga talking about he's a local drug dealer. We shouldn't play his stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's a killer. You know what I'm saying? He's known for this and that. Man, they yanked my shit right off the radio station. But nigga, when that shit happened, he went a clout chasing. Oh, PBR is a great dude. You know what I'm saying? He's this and that and the third. No, nigga, you's a nerd, boy.
Hey, let's get into the show, man. What's our topics, bro? No, we'll do some more storytelling next week. We'll tell y'all some more stories about when we was in Mexico, when we done
Oh man.
We'll tell y'all some crazy stories. We'll tell y'all about dealing with crazy shit, man. We done did some shit that like this shit could be. Hey, when I be watching like Power or I'll be watching Raising Canaan or different shows like that or whatever, it's crazy when
BMF shit.
Yeah, it's like niggas is telling your life story, but from a different angle, from a whole different. This shit is crazy to me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to share that with the people. What we can share, you know what I'm saying? The good times, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The good times.
You say, wonder why we call you bitch. They wonder
Remember
why
that song by Tupac?
You wonder why they. Hey, my mama used to love that song. That was one of my mama's favorite songs by Tupac. It still is though. That's one of my mama's favorite songs by Tupac of all time, bro.
Which is crazy because one thing about Pac is, see, this is the thing about people that grew up in different eras. They don't know the little nuances of stuff, and they just look at the little clips of the person's life and make a, you know what I'm saying, a judgment based on that. But one thing Pac did, he always had his pulse on what was going on in the black community, especially for black males, right? And during that time, before it even got to the point where it was like we was calling women bitches, because we wasn't calling women bitches like that at first. And then it kind of came through in music. And so what ends up happening is, see Dolores Tucker, and all them was on his neck. And so he decided to make a song. You wonder why we call you bitch? Because, like we say, there are women.
That ain't gonna get us flagged. He's gonna get our live flag. Quit playing Tupac, man.
You see how they play it long?
Nigga,
you're right. You're right. You see, he went in and out.
Listen, if you play it longer than 30 seconds, it's gonna flag it.
Nah, longer than 6 seconds.
Nigga,
for real?
Longer than 1 second, nigga. Longer enough.
Yeah, sometimes 1 second, depending on who the artist is.
Yeah, how famous you is.
Yeah. Yeah.
My bad,
people fucked up, nigga.
And so during that time, we was trying to explain to women, it ain't all women ain't bitches. All women ain't bitches. There's women and there's bitches. And so now, it's to the point now, women call each other bitch now. Shut up, bitch. Ooh, bitch, you look. It's already to that point now, right? It's kind of like the N-word, like nigga. That's so watered down, it don't have no meaning no more. So when we say bitch, we really just mean female, like woman. It ain't specific, because if we was calling you a bitch, then there's a different connotation from that, because there are women and there are bitches. But that's just my 2 cents on it. What y'all think about the topic?
I be hearing girls and seeing girls post, I'm a bad bitch. So if you a bad bitch and I agree with you, then ain't nothing wrong with it. You heard me? It's like, nigga, you a bad bitch. So I'm gonna be like, nigga, I got a bad bitch. You feel me? You know?
I think it's like you said, like the word nigga, it's the context.
Yes, the context. Now listen, if you get in your feelings,
but that's any word though.
And you emotionally uneducated, what was we talking about last time? Emotionally
what was it called? Emotional.
No, you talk about you're not emotionally intelligent.
Okay, yes. So if you're not emotionally intelligent enough to not call her a bitch when y'all in a little dispute, then you's a sucker. Cause I ain't never finna call a girl a bitch because we arguing or we have a disagreement on something.
I've
never.
To me, that make you seem whack. To me,
yeah, it make you seem little. It make you seem like a midget.
That's funny y'all say that, because I ain't never did that in no argument. I was like, shut up, bitch, or I ain't never did that.
Bitch.
Oh yeah, I ain't never did that. Never done that.
But let's talk about where that came from, though.
It took me a minute to even call one a bitch while I'm hitting them. But that's another story. But go ahead.
Let's
That
talk
come
about
from
how
like pimping or something, don't it?
Nah.
Where it come from?
Before this artist came out in 1982.
Uh-oh.
B.H. You know, before him, wasn't no rappers talking about bitches. You know what I'm saying? Too short, man. Salute Too Short. 50 years of hip hop. East Oakland, California. 8-5.
Business at all times.
Right around the corner from Black. Right down the street from Black Turf. You know what I'm saying? A living legend. You know what I'm saying? But before Too Short,
B.I.H.
people wasn't saying that word like that.
What
Too
was
Short introduced that to the
culture.
What
did they call? We need to find out what did they call women before he started calling them bitches. What did they call men?
Hoes.
Come here, hoe.
Yeah.
Hoes.
Because remember he said, hey, oh, yeah, you. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, ho. Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Too Short introduced that. Then NWA came behind him, and that's when they started saying in the word, we all said, fuck you, bitch, and kept going. And that was one of the biggest groups of all times. And when they did that,
bitch is a bitch.
even if she's poor or rich. You feel me?
Right. Yep.
So
that's crazy.
It was the West Coast, started in Oakland, trickled down to Compton and South Central, and then now it's worldwide.
So the West Coast was real disrespectful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Super disrespectful. Disrespectful to when it came to how they talked about women, violence. Because remember, New York was talking about Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat. Hold on. This is how New York was coming. My Adidas.
Right.
Or fat boys are back.
Them niggas was doing
and you know we can never be whack. You hear me? Or they was coming like this. What's the dude, little special ed that was 16? He was like,
yeah, I got it made.
My boy say, I go to work. You know what I'm saying? They was talking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Then here you have Too Short NWA. Foul mouth niggas.
Right.
But see, that lets you know, listen, that you know what that's about? That's called, that has to do something with Black culture. Because you gotta understand, back then on the East Coast, people from the East Coast was free niggas. So they didn't have no rebellious attitude towards the authorities or the government or nothing. They was real good house niggas. They had been free from slavery before slavery was over with in the South. The South was enduring slavery a lot longer. So they wasn't saying that. They, yes, ma'am, no, son, like that type of attitude back then. But the West Coast was the escapees from the South. And they children grew up in a disrespectful atmosphere, meaning the police, the government, the system, you know what I'm saying? And then they was just wilding. They didn't have nobody to say master to, and they wasn't free. You feel me? So they was like the rebellious niggas, the West Coast. They was the ones that started the fuck the police movement, all the shit. You feel me?
You know what's crazy? Like, even to add to that, because I agree with that, but I want to add to it more because it's like, I think it's cultural. Like in the West Coast, in the East Coast, they was 5%ers, they was Muslims, they was on Black woman is queen,
knowledge of self,
God, knowledge of self. But on the West Coast, it was like swimsuits and chilling and
ignorance and bliss.
Yeah, ignorance and bliss. So it's kind of like on that old movie, Remember the Titans, when the white boy showed up to be their quarterback. Remember they was like, he came from California.
Denzel Washington.
Like, yeah, he remember the white boy came from California.
That's a true story too. That's a true story.
Remember that white boy showed up and was like, "What you niggas on? Like I'm from California. We ain't on this shit that you niggas is on. We not on all of this. Like, fuck wrong with y'all." So I think that a lot of that is what went into the music. So then even also when you talk about the pimp culture and you talk about just having fun, like even today with the shit with Puffy and all this shit that's going on with all these niggas, like some of the most weirdest shit that's going on is in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. And see, to add to piggyback off what you just added to the situation, bro, you absolutely right. Now, if you look at it, you notice how Remember the Titan was an old school movie back then. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Around the era we talking about. You feel me? That's a true story. Starring Denzel Washington. Shout out to Denzel Washington. You feel me? But now, what I'm getting at is that the whole United States is California now.
Exactly.
So
yeah, because our influence. That's why, because we free niggas,
really,
like you said. We do what we
because
want.
like Free said,
we say how we
where's
want.
the New York gods and sons and knowledge of self and kings at?
But
Where
it's
them
not
niggas
really, it's they gone, but it's not really influence though, bro. It's the influence of freedom. So
That's what I'm saying. Us being
like
free, having the
but it's
ability
not really,
to do that.
But it's not really freedom though. It's more so the lack of understanding of foundation. Like, for example, over there on that side of the country, they got black colleges, they got black towns and cities. Like, if you look up the best cities to live in the United States for black people, it's like 2 of them is in LA, like Baldwin Hills and another neighborhood
Fillmore used to be one
California. But like 7 of the top 10 is in like Maryland, New Hampshire, like PB was saying, where them niggas was free slaves in the North. So like when you watch that movie, 12 Years a Slave, remember that nigga was from the North. He was like he was an aristocrat. That nigga, that's how they tricked him into going into slavery. They told that nigga he was going to go play his instrument for the president. They took this nigga to the slavery.
To the South. They crossed that line.
So at that time, that's the type of shit that was going on. So them niggas on the East Coast, they got a lot of foundation. They got a lot of like even when I lived in Atlanta, I went to a barbershop one day and on the wall, the barbershop was like founded in 1906 or some shit like that. It was like go to banks and stuff, and in the bank it'd be like founded in 1910, a black bank. But in Arizona, we wasn't even a state yet.
Arizona didn't become a state till 1912.
1912. This was still like Indian territory or some shit. You feel me? Like Bass Reeves was running around this motherfucker, like, you know, like all types of weird
uncharted land.
And
Arizona was uncharted land.
But in California, them motherfuckers was like on the beach chilling. Like they had a gold rush up there in the Bay. Like they was mining oil in LA all through there. Like California is one of the only places you can go to and see multiple streams of income. Like when you come into California, you can see the windmills and all of that shit going that's generating money.
Hey man,
as you get deeper in, you can see the oil things going
Freeze
like
is
this.
On point today. He dropping science.
The oil things is doing this, nigga. You could ride through LA though, like just be riding through LA and see oil things doing this.
Yeah.
Then motherfucking they got the ports where all the ships is coming in on the ports. They got the gold rush in the mountains and shit. They got skiing and shit like that if you want to go to the mountains. They got resorts and all that shit if you want to go to the beach and go swimming.
And let me add this to it, Freeze. It's funny that you say this, gang. Did you know California, just like about 2 years ago, and for the past 20 years, was the 5th largest economy in the world? Okay. Now, just here recently, this year, going into next year, they became the 4th largest economy in the world. Now, we're talking about a state in competition with countries, and they are in 4th place. So what does that tell you about California? They are sustainable to be their own country. Texas always talking about being a Lone Star state. Oh, we can do our own. You can't even afford to sustain yourself. Everybody in that country is starved without California oranges, strawberries, and motherfucking beef, nigga.
Nigga, California got everything.
Nigga, what the man? Boy, these people better quit playing more.
Texas
California
got a lot of shit though. Texas.
That's why they tried to listen. That's why they tried. Black, you remember a few years ago when they tried to divide us? Northern California, its own state. Central California, its own state. Southern California, fuck nah, nigga. You trying to dismantle a nation?
They got
what
too
it really
much
boils
bread.
down to is that California is the new New York. That's what it boils down to. I've been saying that for years.
Listen,
Silicon
hold on.
Valley is over
Let's talk
here.
about that, Black. Hold on, before you go into any deeper, let me elaborate what you're saying by the New York. See, y'all gotta understand, life started on the east.
Right.
Okay? It started on the east. So everything used to come from the port of New York in the beginning of the United States,
Right.
expansion. But once California started the Oakland
They
port,
not
San
even
Francisco port, and
the Long Beach and all that shit. They not
yeah, but
even,
listen,
some of them boats not even going that
they
other
got
way.
ports, but that's small shit. If you can Google it, go ask them two white boys. I always say this vividly. Go ask them two white boys in that garage in Menlo Park that started Google. Go ask them two niggas who had the biggest shipment in port history in the world. And it's going to say Oakland, California with $2 billion worth of commerce. Okay?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
2 billion. 2 billion.
Yeah, I believe it. I done been to right there I done been to the shipping yard shit to where they even got like a little island like out there that's just like that.
Everything
shit
comes
crazy.
from Oakland. And you want to know how that happened? As soon as everybody from the manufacturing developing countries started saying, companies, as soon as the manufacturing developing companies started saying, I'm going to stop having my stuff made over here and over there, and we're going to have everything made in China. Well, guess what? Now you just moved the port from the East Coast to the West Coast because China's on this side, on the other side of the Pacific.
Port of Oakland.
So that's how California became the #1 import-export nation.
Less money for shipping.
Port of Oakland.
Port of Oakland,
look,
gang.
let's get back on topic though.
All right, yeah. We got ADHD tonight. Sorry, y'all. We got ADHD.
We know why they call you bitch. It's just a term of endearment, my brother. It's
but
just
here
a
we
term
go.
of endearment.
Here we go.
Don't call me bitch, even as a term of.
Hey,
you
know what?
Hey,
you know what?
Clarissa, I have to agree with you. That's why I started the Queen Peace movement.
Yeah, she say that shit, but peep this. Say tomorrow night she finna go out for New Year's Eve, right?
With her bitches.
Nah, with her nigga, right? And say, let's set the scene though. They in Vegas, they getting ready to go out for New Year's Eve. They done checked in a hotel room. In the morning they wake up, they go eat, whatever. They getting ready to go out tomorrow night.
Yeah, gang.
She come out the bathroom, she's looking stunning. She's drop dead gorgeous. And she knows she looking good. You feel me? She's feeling it. She come out and he say, damn, you a bad bitch. She not gonna trip. She gonna love that. Because it's a term of endearment.
But she
and it's
said
based on how you.
And I believe, Clarissa, just by the little time of experience I experienced with her on the last show.
She probably do mean it. She probably do mean it till you put her in that situation. That's why I said we always speaking from the perspective of the nigga who can't put her in that situation.
Right.
Wait till she.
You talking about? Hold on. You talking about something a few years ago that I just learned from my sensei E.B.H. Black. Everybody helps Black. This nigga right here, boy. You know what I'm saying? About if he got that HG, Black.
Yeah, you gotta have the HG.
If he gotta have the HG, she might let that nigga call her bitch.
Yeah, HG. The HG stands for that hypergamy. Y'all know what that hypergamy is.
That
if you that alpha,
nigga.
If you that apex, like PB say, and like Freeze obviously know how to game it because he always give you scenarios in which it will apply if the right nigga do it, right?
Mm-hmm. The scientist.
If she let that term of endearment throw off her whole night, something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on, man. She gonna be feeling herself. Damn.
And then Freeze, like you said, he might be feeling it and just amazed, and he might have a little shot and be like, it might just slip. Damn, you a bad bitch.
You feel me?
But see, a lot of times when we use that word, we're not using it directly to y'all. We're talking to each other about y'all. So it ain't really even towards y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No, but I was just speaking from the perspective of if you did use it towards her.
Right. No, for sure. But what I'm saying is really.
So
but not Black. What Black saying is in general, the general word.
Default of the time we talking to each other about it. It's like if you were in the room listening to me and talk, fly on the wall, man. you know, my bitch was tripping, or man, my bitch was this, or my bitch cooked a
nigga
good ass
say, I
dinner,
love my bitch.
or I love
Man.
my
Nigga
bitch, or
say that.
anything.
Or
Right.
I love my bitch. So
I
what is
love
that telling you?
all the bitches.
Yeah.
You
Well,
feel me?
he said, and I like her, and I like her, and I like her too.
Remember that song Wayne and them Young Money
I
said they want to
wish
fuck
we could
every girl in the
every
world?
girl in the world. I wish
Man, I
that we
wish I can fuck
every
man.
girl in the world.
Not me.
Nah,
Not
but
me.
you know, that's what the song said, you know. But yeah,
Hey,
so
y'all
usually
niggas is
women get
stupid.
offended by even hearing the word, because a lot of times we ain't even talking about them. But like you said, in the event that you said that to your girl,
Yeah,
well,
Hey,
man.
so
Come on,
would y'all
man.
say this? That word bitch is more in our vocabulary because of a cultural reason? Like it's a part of
Yeah.
our culture. It's not like
it's part of
what
my culture.
yeah. Because
It's
you
part of the culture, man.
you from East Oakland, California, IA.
But it's
You
part
know
of
that's the Mecca, nigga.
but
Come on, gang. Don't start playing.
like anybody that's in our, like, let's just say me. I just
I'm
turned
from the
40.
Holy City, man. I'm from Richmond. He from
Like,
Mecca. You
look,
know?
I just turned 46 the other day. Hip hop,
Congratulations.
thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Hip hop is 50.
Mm.
Hip hop on the West Coast is 40.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
my whole life, my nigga, I've just been in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Like hip hop raised me my whole life. Like I don't remember a time before hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
At
Like
all.
I watched it come in. I watched niggas go from being New Edition to wanting to rap. You know, I
Right.
watched niggas go from being in dance groups to, like, I was in a dance group that was
The
like,
first
nigga, this
rapper
is
I heard
whack.
was
We
Too
not
Short. The
dancing no
first
more. We
rapper I ever
rapping.
heard was Too Short. First
Heck
rapper.
yeah. First rapper I ever heard that caught my attention was Cool Mo D.
Yeah, I remember him too. He was dope.
With that 3 days later, go see the doctor. That shit to me was
Mm-hmm.
like a memorable record that I had heard. But the first rapper that I heard that made me feel like, nigga, this is the best rapper I ever heard in my life, and I love this shit. Fuck all of that singing music and all of that. Was that LL Cool J Radio?
Mm-hmm. LL Cool J was the first rapper to really push that B-boy movement. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like,
Because he was on a player stance.
yeah,
I think
Man,
the
so
first
look,
song that I heard was Rappers Delight, because they really played that shit a lot, and it was a long song, and that's really the beginning of rap, really.
my big cousins used to play that. They had the records and shit hanging on
Yeah,
their wall. They had Rick James and all of that shit. But when Rappers Delight came out, they used to be bumping it. But I wasn't into that shit. They used
right,
to be playing UTFO and all different
right,
shit.
right, right,
I
right,
wasn't
right.
even worried about that shit. I was still listening to New Edition and
but
Candy Girl. Like you
Right.
couldn't
we're
even.
gonna have to have one about hip hop though, for real. Like the 50 years, we're gonna have to call it the 50 years of hip hop gossip or something. I don't know. But now I just know that there's different levels to rap. You know what I'm saying? Transitions. You know what I'm saying? I can give you. I don't want to do it here right now
Nah, because we
because I
trying
want
to
to
stay
save
on
it.
topic of why we call it bitch.
Because
Yeah.
that's why,
No,
because
I
our whole
understand
life,
why. We
our
can't go
whole
into the history
no,
of it, but
No,
but
that's
what
what
I'm
I said.
saying
I
is
wish I
our whole
could, man.
life
But
has been with rap. So since my whole life has been with rap, that's what rap has told me women are bitches.
listen, I remember when hip hop, the West Coast ran the whole rap scene, meaning that Too Short and Spice One and DJ Quick and all these rapping Fortes and all these niggas, right, had
Mm-hmm.
went on tour from California to New York and
Right.
filled stadiums. They can't do that today. A West Coast rapper can't even make it to Texas. You feel
well,
me? He can't listen. A West Coast rapper can't make it past Oklahoma. You feel me? No more,
Who's a West Kendrick?
bro. Ain't nobody checking for Kendrick. I mean, he got the white people. Like you talking about white famous. I'm not talking about white famous. I'm talking about nigga famous.
40 still.
40 cannot get a show booked in Miami at all.
What's the
40
name?
can't get a show booked
Let
in
me
Atlanta
think.
at all.
Let me think. Who? YG?
YG can't get no show booked in New Orleans at all. At all. They don't, bro. They not caring
What
about
about
that nigga.
Tyga?
Tiger can't. He's for sure. Tiger can't even make it past Arizona no more.
Let me think. Who else a West Coast artist that's
Man, you can say Mozzie.
Mozzie is the only exception to making it
mm,
past, like, because you know why? He got features with Chicago niggas. And I mean, look, I just found this out. Lil Durk had featured Mozzie on the album in 2017. I didn't even
nigga,
know that shit. I
nigga
said, damn,
Mozzie
this Lil
hard.
Durk album and Mozzie featured.
That's like when Mozzie was the
So
hardest.
so check out the end of this because Carissa responded, but the end of her statement is like upgrade your vocabulary. Like,
And I feel that.
I understand the whole respect aspect of it all. If you feel disrespected by hearing the word or somebody call you that, I don't think it's a matter of not having the vocabulary because I'm pretty sure all three of us have a pretty decent vocabulary, and at any given time, I could use the word bitch. I just don't use it a lot unless I'm talking to my niggas about bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Clarissa said that scenario, I believe she's saying that lies. She would be mad about that.
I guess.
It's just some stern women. Hey, listen, Freeze. Some women are stern like that. They don't.
Oh,
Maybe
I don't
it's
care.
some.
I'm not
Listen, maybe
tripping.
it's something in her childhood.
No, it's not. It's the fact that a nigga ain't never did that.
No, I'm pretty sure she didn't cuss the nigga out. Don't call me bitch, nigga.
I'm not saying she hasn't.
Not even in a disrespectful way.
But what I'm saying is a lot of women who say those things and speak from that narrative, they've never been treated on a certain level. They've never been on private planes. They've never been in certain environments and in certain shit. And what I'm saying is a motherfucker like Cassie let a nigga let other niggas fuck her, let this happen to her, that happen to her. Like it's people like the motherfuckers who ain't going for nothing. You put them in a different environment, they gonna go for some shit that, like for example, PBR come in the club with a chinchilla coat on with that chain that you was talking about. That motherfucking chain used to weigh like 14 grams or 12 ounces or something. Like we used to weigh his chain. I used to like had it like my nigga put that motherfucker on a pound almost. Nigga, like just the chain, not the charm. And the charm had all them diamonds and all that shit going all or whatever. Like put that. So PBR walking, it's a girl that's gonna do something for PBR that she not finna do for me or the other nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
So that girl, if she only dated broke niggas her whole life or niggas who never was on that certain level, then no, she ain't going for it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no, she ain't going for it. But let this nigga show up. And that's all I'm saying. I'm speaking for them niggas because I've never been one of them other niggas. I've always been the nigga that you gonna do something for me that you not gonna do for him.
Apex predator. You feel
I've
me?
always been
Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my!
Everything you say you not gonna do, you gonna do. Fucking with me.
Freeze is the lion. I'm the
going
tiger.
for the
black is the black bear.
I'm going for the things you say you not gonna do first, so I could break you down and make sure that this is what I really want to do. I'm gonna conquer the highest mountain of this relationship first.
Exactly.
And plus, we already know. And plus, for real though, we was talking about this on the show a couple of years back or whatever. When we was doing it, that what you would do for a sucker, for Apex dude, you're gonna do some things for him that you wouldn't do for him. You'll make him buy you dinner. You make him tell you good morning.
Yeah.
You make him do all that stuff. But then you go to Vegas and hit the pool party, and then you see PBR walk in there, and then other females looking at him, and then next thing you know, you trying to figure out, well, what makes him so special, and he ignored them and walk up to you and be like, "What's up, Queen Peace?"
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do that home though. Don't forget. So I'm just saying.
When a rich nigga
listen,
want
you know what I always heard, bro?
Can't do nothing for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Right.
Hey, listen. And that's why
not to say you a hoe, Clarissa. We talking about the 68.2.
Man,
and that's what makes me reluctant to get married, because the things I made married women do is should be
that too.
It was a clip.
Should be breaking the law. It should be breaking the law, bro.
Bro, it's a clip online of a dude and his wife getting married, and they brought a singer in to sing, and she dropped on her knees and was hugging this nigga, and like on our
See, listen,
like at our wedding reception. Like, get your ass up. Like,
you can tell how much respect your woman got for you by the way she treats you and the people around you and how she acts in her own demeanor. You feel me? Like that type of shit is out. You feel me? Listen, the wedding, where's the divorce papers? Right immediately. If a
No, you ain't got to get a divorce. You can null and void that. You don't have to get a divorce. You can just know the marriage.
yeah, we just need
annul
me up. Annul
Sign
this
me
real
up.
quick.
But like, you know what I always heard, bro, growing up, and women know this, like, and I'm not flaunting. Y'all know this, ladies. I've always heard these words from thousands of women. I never did this before. I don't know what it is about you.
Every girl say that.
I don't know what it is about you. I've never did this before. I never came into a man's house. I never.
What's crazy though? Some of them telling you the truth.
Some of them is. You feel me?
And that's
most
exactly
of them are
what I'm talking. No, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
That HG,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
That
Some
HG,
of them
man.
ain't never. They gonna be telling you the truth, saying, "I've never done this before." Like,
I never done this before.
Okay, well, here, do this.
I'd be like, I'm glad to take your virginity. Shit.
Come here.
I'm the first man on the moon, I guess.
The first man on the moon.
You know what I'm saying? Neil Armstrong, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Neil Armstrong.
You say there's always a first, huh?
Man, it's always a first, nigga. George Washington, nigga. Just like we said on that Dead Presidents movie. Dude was George Washington. He only hit her once and got her pregnant. He didn't really bust her out. It was that second, and it was what's the second president name? Some Andrews. So nigga, it was Andrews.
John Adams, I think. Who was the second president? John Adams?
Nah, Andrews. Something Andrews.
Jackson, nigga.
We don't know.
Somebody find out for me. I think it's
niggas.
Andrews.
Hey, that's crazy.
That's why nobody never remember number 2. You always remember number 1.
Niggas don't even know who the second president is, nigga. We know who the third one is. That's that nigga Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, no, it wasn't him either. It's something Andrews.
He was the third.
Gosh. Now I gotta look up the president.
Andrew Jackson, nigga. I think.
Nah, I'm talking about his last name is Andrews.
You talking about?
If I remember, it's something Andrews. I was like, I don't want to be him when it come to when it come to marking women. You feel me? I want to be GW. That's how I was when I was younger. Now I don't care if I'm the last president.
Oh, see, I was right. Number 2 is John Adams.
Oh, okay. Adams. I said Andrews. I mean Adams.
And who is number 3? Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
See, we
then
know
James
him
Madison, then James Monroe, then John Quincy Adams, then Andrew Jackson.
Adams is kin to that the second Adams, the second president.
All them niggas is cousins.
Hell yeah,
including Obama.
Including Obama.
All them niggas is cousins. Hey, come on, man. What's our second topic?
Second topic coming up is inappropriate parenting.
No.
Oh, shit.
Hey, let me hold on. Let me be the first one to say something. You know, I'm the psychologist. I have to say there is a lot of inappropriate parenting. I mean, there is so much you can tell by these 2000 babies how they all dying early, y'all. I mean, these little niggas getting blicked down like shooting stars. You feel me? These niggas need to wear bulletproof suits, socks, and helmets. I mean, buy your baby a bulletproof. Buy your baby a bulletproof vest on. Put your grandma on a bulletproof vest. I mean, you need bulletproof socks. You need a bulletproof windows. You need bulletproof roof on your car, man.
Hey, you ain't lying. Hey, bro got blicked down in Chicago while his grandparents come to pick him up from jail, and he got shot before he got to the car. Shot the grandma and everybody.
Yeah, man. You feel me? It's a lot of inappropriate parenting going on, man. And it all stems back to the root of the problem, which is the parents. Whoever raised that child is totally responsible for that person's actions. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't instill, there's no excuse to this. I'm not letting nobody make any escape windows. There's no hazardous exits or nothing, bro. You are boxed in. Only way in and out is through me. And I'm not letting you out of this room. There's no excuse. The child can never be The child can never be faulted. It's always the parent's fault. The parent cannot blame the child for his actions, because if that was cool, then nobody wouldn't have to be a parent. Why do you think it's called a legal guardian? That's why when your child is under 18 and they get in trouble, who do they come see? Bro, why you not teaching your children right?
Nigga,
That's what they saying.
We need to let all the niggas out of juvenile and arrest their parents.
Exactly. Exactly. But unfortunately, they don't do it like that. But you know what?
We let all the niggas out the pen and arrest their parents.
Freeze,
nigga.
You just gave me an epiphany. Listen, a light bulb just sprung over my head. Bro, what if that was included in the law? Like, if your child get in trouble this many times, you're gonna have to do some time with him.
No, that's what it's like in Saudi Arabia and then like in Dubai.
Ain't nothing
Iraq,
new under the sun.
like in some of the Eastern countries, like if you commit a murder or you do something, your whole family gotta pay for your whatever you did. You feel me? It's not just you, like your whole family. Nigga, like everybody get ostracized, everybody get hated on, like your whole family be shunned over there. Like it's bring shame on your family, nigga.
Yeah,
like
man.
In America, you kill a nigga, you just go to prison and we all forget about you. Your family, everybody forget
out of
about
sight,
you.
out of mind.
Yeah, but in other countries, nigga, your whole family gets shamed.
Mm-hmm. Did you know in other countries, Cuddy, if you snitch, like you snitch on somebody, like I seen him kill him, you did, they arrest you too. They do. Nigga, Google it. Ask them two white boys from Menlo in that garage. I'll never stop saying it, gang.
Like
ask them two white boys from Menlo, nigga, in that garage.
Telling on people.
And if you tell on somebody, and they didn't charge you with murder, but it was damn near like if you was an accomplice. You feel me?
That's fucked up. I ain't even telling.
Speaking of accomplice, though,
we
got one of our A1 day ones, Copa, up in this thing. You know
what's up?
Hi guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Feel me? You got the you feel me in here.
That's that Polynesian power. She got that Polynesian power.
How are you guys doing? Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. We talking. You came in at a good time because, I didn't heard some of your daughter's songs. Now you might be up for some charges.
She might want to talk about why we call them bitches too. She might want to talk about that too.
Yeah, we can go
she's
back.
20 years. She's 20 years old now, so.
Still, it don't matter. What she say?
PB
she
said
said
you
something in
still
her song.
responsible.
She said, ask my mama Corinne. She even threw her mama under the bus. She said, ask my mama Corinne.
He said you responsible for the sins of your child.
Exactly. And listen, that's why in the Bible they say you pay for the sins of your father.
Well, it depends. It depends on what they did.
Say that.
It depends on what it is they did, and
He said it don't matter what they did.
It don't matter what they did.
Well,
listen.
He didn't read the last part of that statement.
Listen, I said this. If your child, like, look, I got buku children, man. And thank God that none of my children grew up to be ignorant like I was. That's one thing I was worried about. They got my blood in them. I got one though. You know what I'm saying? Out of 11, I ain't do so bad. I got one that's the other 10 is squares, but I got one that's out there gangbanging. They say he out there doing his thuggy. So, and all I do is just pray for him. But that falls on me for not being there enough. You feel me? Because he grew up with me as a distant father. You know what I'm saying? Like he ganged with me. He came to the house on the weekends and, you know what I'm saying, whoop wop, and stayed for weeks at a time when he out of school and stuff. He was, he had dad in his life, but I wasn't in there enough. You feel me? Not enough to where he shouldn't be out there posting on the internet with guns and shit. And just a couple months ago, I said, nigga, stop posting your location and telling your ops where your drop. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing that. Or I said, I'm going to come get you. He said, all right, Pops. And he stopped doing that. You feel me? But that's my fault. So if he out there and he catching bodies like they claim or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's my fault. Absolutely. I'm going to take all the blame. And he can blame me for not being in his life enough for teaching him you know, how to move in a
Does he blame you, or does he? It all depends on their mind state and where they come from. Like, I mean, you could raise your children and have a bunch of children, and they're still gonna do what they feel like they want to do. So I don't
but
know.
not if you
Does your son blame you for the way he is, or does he
nope.
just accept the way he is? Well, then see, then it doesn't pertain to the topic, because he's not accusing you of
He blames
being the way
himself.
he is. Right.
He
I
blames
blame
himself.
myself for my son, and I didn't say he did. I said if he wanted to blame me, if he ended up in prison for murder for the rest of his life, and I went to see him, and he wanted to blame me, I would let him, and I
So
would
let
not
me ask
talk
you this
back.
question. So being that you was a distant father or whatever, right?
Yes, sir.
And you wasn't there, according to what you just said. Now, what if you go to him and tell him now, hey, this ain't cool. This is the way to go. I went this way. It don't work. So you telling me all the stuff you tell them now doesn't really matter. What matters is the fact that they have all this childhood trauma. That's what you telling me?
Nah, the cool thing about it, bro, I'm showing him because I sent him this link. He probably watching it right now. You feel me? So I always tell my son, like,
I'll
move
be right
smooth,
back.
son. You know what I'm saying? I always tell my son, ain't nothing wrong with having a job. You feel me? There ain't nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna do what he gonna want to do. And the reason why he gonna do what he want to do is because I wasn't there with enough man hours to instill the values and morals of life into
No,
him.
I feel you. I feel what you're saying, and I applaud you for taking responsibility for your lack of input in his life. Like, that's dope. But and 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 if you want to accept responsibility for his decisions, for what you feel is your lack of parenting, then that's cool.
Yeah.
But now let's flip it to the other side, to the child who has their parent there, who dad is in his life, who's teaching him how to be a man, who's being a good father, who there, he got both his parents, he live in a great home, he's living and learning, and then he meets some, hold on though, then he meets some niggas in the streets.
Exactly.
And then when
Exactly.
he meet these niggas in the streets, it's like, fuck what your daddy and your mom and them talking about, nigga. We finna ride, nigga. We finna do this
Okay.
and this.
Now listen.
Is that still his parents' fault?
No, listen. Hold on. And now
He won't
it
answer that.
depends. It depends. Shut your honor ass up. And by the way, Corinne, this is the picture of him before he got gangster. See, bad parenting. You got the bad parenting, and this is before. You hear me? This is when he was a good child. See,
He needs
hey, see
love.
how
That's why
that's
he
the
needs more
results.
love.
There's the results of bad parenting, Freeze, right there. But now, listen, to answer your question, gang, it's like it depends. And this is like how what you be saying on the science tip, Freeze, and you, Black. It depends. This is the first time I'm saying that. It depends on the situation. Now, if he was under 18 and he met these dudes, they should have regulated. But if he was 18 and moved out and started meeting these niggas, and he knew, like you said, he got all the good values and morals instilled into him, and they installed in his applications and all that, right? And he go out there and start gangbanging and catch a body, and then end up going to prison for the rest of his life. That's his fault entirely.
Well, I feel strongly about that because my daughter is an artist, and there's a lot of things that, especially, with all the YSL and, all the gangs and, record labels and people who rap, they're trying to, indict them for their lyrics. And I think that it's just a freedom of speech. And I feel really strongly about that because, she puts it in her music, and she's an artist and she writes all her music. And you should be able to express yourself however you want to in music, and not take it literally like they are. They
I
don't
don't,
charge country singers for that. It's
but I
only
don't think,
hip hop.
I
But
don't think that, I don't think that, not to be just cutting you off, or whatever,
yeah,
but I don't think that I think in music we do have a freedom of speech in hip hop. I think the problem with it is don't tell what you really did.
Right. And she's
Like
not doing
don't
that in her
don't
music, but
so
she's
as
just
long
expressing.
as she don't do nothing like that, then I don't think it's a problem. But like YSL and them niggas is like if your house got shot up and then I make a song and say I shot your mama, so you better chill out. And the police is looking for who shot this lady when they
Mhm.
shot up the house, and you said it on the song, why they can't use that?
Mm. I
And
still think that, but
that's what they're saying. Like
there's a
that's
lot
what
of
they
people who lie in their lyrics or just use it as a form of
and that
expression too. So,
and that's fine. Keep it that way. Keep the real shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like even my raps, like my own personal songs, I tell a lot of true stories in my songs, but it's just like a movie. The names and the places are changed for entertainment purposes. You know what I'm saying? I don't
mhm,
just be like, yeah, like it
straight
just
out saying,
to me that's still kind of dumb. You know what I mean? Like that's like
But
dry snitching on yourself.
you know what, Madam Corinne, the thing about your daughter is that I know her personally, and you did a great job at parenting. I don't see your daughter going to prison for not nothing. You feel me? Your daughter is in this society, and she is a contributor. You know what I'm saying? She is not a subtractor. She is not a menace. You know what I'm saying? I can never see her doing nothing out of this world. You feel me? So I salute you. And then get the other daughter, your second one, she's so bougie and bad and royalty, blood related. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you did an awesome job with that. You know what I'm saying? Co-parenting with her, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You like I said, you a poster mother for the, you know what I'm saying, for motherhood to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't see nothing wrong with your parenting. You did an awesome job. You know what I'm saying?
thank you.
You know, your
Always.
your your daughter is like I said, she contributes to society, and she's also contributing to the culture. So, you know what I'm saying?
Just know though, if she does do anything, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'll take credit for that because I know her and I would love for her to acknowledge me and all the things that she plans on doing. So I take that as a compliment.
No,
And
there you go.
for y'all
I
wondering
have
who
a
we talking
question for
about,
you. Go
hold on,
ahead,
freeze
PD.
for y'all who wondering who we talking about. We talking about Deja Lanai, man. Go check her out, man. That's Deja Lanai, man. She on
Spell
YouTube,
that.
man. I
And you
can't
guys
spell.
gave her one of her first interviews too.
Mm-hmm.
Spell her name for her.
DAIJHALANAI.
Yep, she dope.
Mm-hmm.
She dope. She dope. So
I have a
inappropriate
question for you.
parenting, right?
Oh no, Freeze had a question for her.
That inappropriate parenting, we had like a crazy conversation. We was all around the spectrum with parenting and asking weird questions because of a story that we had saw
Mm-hmm.
online that we was watching. And in the
Mm.
story online that we was watching,
Very disturbing and disgusting, fellas.
it was real disturbing,
Trigger alert.
yeah, trigger alert. Would you say like really get me in my feelings. But
Mm-hmm.
what happened is a lady had a
In
baby,
New Liberia, tell them
a
Freeze
lady,
in New
yeah,
Liberia, where?
in Louisiana,
Yep,
like right outside of New Orleans. But
2 hours.
anyways, this lady had a baby. She didn't know who the daddy was out of these two niggas. So one of the niggas went to jail for sexual assault on some other random shit. So he goes to prison. And another nigga raises the baby and whatever. And then the girl turns 16. She graduated from high school early. And the mother tells the baby daddy like, "Hey, this nigga that was in jail, that might be her daddy. So we need to do a blood test, yada yada, to see if who the daddy is, this and that." So come to find out, this nigga had already been messaging the girl and pen paling her and whatever. So when she graduate high school early at like 16, when she graduate high school, she go move in with her with the dad that was in jail, with
Biological father.
the biological father, with his girl and her daughter. And so come to find out, his girl found some text messages and some letters that the little girl who had moved in with her dad and her family had been having sex with her dad this whole time. The dad had been having sex with his daughter.
The one
So
that went to jail?
the one that was in jail, the one that
Her
got
the
out of jail,
biological
the
father. Yes, ma'am.
biological father. So he had sex with her for like 4 years or whatever, 4 or 5 years, and then the girlfriend who he lived with find the text messages and the letters and all of that, and she outed the boyfriend and the girl. But the way she outed it was in a way of like she was just outing him for cheating with another bitch, not molesting his daughter. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so when we start talking about inappropriate parenting, we didn't want to speak from the perspective of whatever that is, whatever that happened, but we wanted to talk from like all the way back in history, like even that movie Precious. It's always been like a secret around different communities when like a uncle or a dad or somebody, a cousin or somebody is touching the little girls or doing whatever. How does a mother keep something like that a secret? And is that inappropriate parenting for a mother to keep something like that a secret when something has been going on for so long? And then to add to that question, as a mother of a daughter, if you were put into that situation, would you out your daughter like trying to like it was a competition between you and your daughter for the man's love, or would you look at that more from a perspective of is this nigga molesting my child? You feel me?
I mean, first of all, there's no way you can't know. I don't care. I don't know how these women go on TV and be like, I didn't know. There's no way. If you're in your household and you're raising your kids, there's no way that something like that could go unnoticed. First of all, I just want to say that. Um, uh, I would, since we're live and people might be watching, I definitely would take my daughter's side in any situation. And,
But your daughter doesn't have a side because that's her boyfriend to her. So how would
I
you
mean, she's
approach that? You feel
underage.
what I'm
She's
saying?
underage.
No, she's grown now. Now she's 20. This
I know,
started
but
when she
when
was
it
16.
happened, she was
But
underage.
she didn't tell her mom none of that when it
I
happened.
mean,
Now she's 20 years old
there's
and
no
making
way. I'm just saying, just knowing and raising girls. I have 2 girls of my own. There's no way, and I'm pretty sure you guys have kids too. There's no way if you're in a household with your children, boys or girls. There's no way you do not know that something is going on in
No,
your.
I understand that part. I understand that part. But that's speaking from the perspective of like if your child is in your home and this is what's happening to them or whatever. But I'm speaking more so, I'm asking a question from the angle of if your daughter comes to you and say, this man, that's my daddy. I
Mm-hmm.
love him and I've been having sex with him. But she didn't come tell you that. She got outed by his girlfriend for doing it. You
Mm-hmm.
feel what I'm saying? So she even wrote a letter to him in jail right now saying like, I love you. I wish I could be your wife, not your daughter.
Yeah. Me personally, I would take my daughter's side. I wouldn't. I would definitely, get him out of the picture. And
What do you mean by take your daughter's side? That's
That's
what
what
I
I'm asking you. Like, what do
like. What
you
do you
mean by
mean? Like,
take?
hold on,
Because your
well,
Corinne.
I'd
daughter
Just
have
want to
to.
be
I
married.
mean, first of all, it would
hold
never
on, hold
get.
on, Corinne. Let me explain it in more detail. Okay, you got a dude. He messing with your daughter while she was 16 and she's 20 now, and she still wants to mess with him. Okay, and you found her writing poems and love letters to him from when she was 16 years old, saying, I wish I could be your wife, but my mom's in the way, and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
how I know you're gonna always love your daughter, but how? Like, what we're saying is, how could you take her side? Like, would you go to counseling with her or like, how would you do this?
I mean, definitely. We would try to figure out what happened. I mean, this is
What? No,
hypothetical.
listen. What happened was she was your daughter found
I
your
mean, I
boyfriend
get it.
handsome.
It's just really hard for me to put myself in a hypothetical situation because
She said it's hard.
Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna want to
because
shoot
it's
up some
something that
shit.
would never happen. You know what I mean? And I know
Okay,
women say
look.
this
Say
all
you
the
played
time,
a
but
part in the movie. Say you played a part in the movie, and that was the role. How would you just
I
put it in
mean,
the?
definitely, I would definitely, talk to her and try to see, what would happen and everything. But I would definitely leave him or have him leave. I mean, he wouldn't be in our family dynamic anymore, no matter what the
Would you get on the
situation.
internet and Mac blast him and her, or would you?
No, no, it would be handled privately, definitely.
Yeah, but
It
what
definitely
if she
wouldn't be.
doesn't want to go to counseling? What if she just in her mind wants to be with this dude that happens to be her dad, and you want to take her side, but she's like
I
my
mean,
side.
first of
Okay,
all,
Corinne, listen. Listen, I know what the Corinne problem is. All right, Corinne, check this out. Say you have a friend in that situation. What advice would you give her?
I mean, it's just really hard because first of all, I wouldn't have no friends with that kind of mindset. Second of all, that situation would have never gotten that far in
But
my.
you don't know this. Say your friend hit you and said, "My daughter been sleeping with my man for the past 4 years, and she's 20 now."
I mean, I don't know. It's hypothetical right now, but like I said, I would definitely, I would not have got rid of both of them. And, I'm not a jealous person and stuff like that. So I would never think of it in that sense. But I definitely would get him out of the picture. He wouldn't be, you know, my husband, my boyfriend anymore for sure. I,
Yeah,
I would
what's,
definitely,
what's interesting in that, and there's not even no wrong answer to that. I don't think really. I mean, the only wrong thing I would say is that to say that it could never happen. I know that to be so far to be untrue. You know what I'm saying? I know that's to be untrue. There are ways that it can go undetected. It might be harder in some situations than others.
Nah, it ain't no
But
way, bro.
no,
It ain't
you
no way
can't
that
you
can.
can't tell me there's no way.
Mm.
You can't tell me there's no way. You can't
I
tell me.
mean, you live with your kids and see them day in and
I
day
don't
out. And
care. I can give you a scenario right now where it happened. I'm talking about real life scenario.
Bro, that
So
shit
if
ain't
y'all
gonna
tell me,
happen under my roof.
so if y'all tell me it never happened, that's a judgment.
It'll
That's a
never happen.
judgment that
I
you're making
mean,
because you don't know everything. You don't.
it's just
Listen,
like you go back and forth. You're with them every day. They sleep under your
It
roof every
doesn't
day. They take them to
matter. It
school
doesn't
or whatever.
matter.
They come
If I can
home.
tell you a scenario where it happened, then all
hey,
that you're
I'm
telling
just gonna
me,
say this, gang. I'm just gonna say this. If you let that shit go down under
you
your roof,
can't say that.
you didn't care. You
You
didn't
can't
care
say
enough.
that. You can't
Yes, you
say
can.
that. No,
Man,
you
please,
can't.
man.
No, you
Please.
can't. You
Please.
can't say
Yes,
that.
man. I got
Have
daughters
you
and
have you
sons.
ever been in that
Listen,
situation?
look, I was just about to
Have you
explain to
ever
you.
been in the
Times where I had
situation?
all my sons and my
Have
daughters
you
at the
ever been
house.
in the situation?
Listen, I'm telling you something.
No,
I
just
had
answer the
time.
question. Have you ever been
Listen,
in the situation?
I'm trying to tell you, I've been in those situations. I had my son and my daughters at the house. They only half related. You feel me? They teenagers. Nigga, I made sure my sons came with me. Somebody finna come. Either the girl's gonna come when I leave this bitch, my house to go somewhere, or the boy's gonna come. Which one is it? But you're not
Bro, I
staying
don't
home together.
care. You can do that all you want.
Yeah,
But
that's how you
I'm not
you're
saying
not
it
with your
that's how
doesn't
you
kids
jump
every
in.
happen.
second of the day. You're not with your kids every second of the day. Sorry, you're not.
Listen, I'm talking about when I got them with me, living under
All
my
right,
roof
man.
for weeks at a time.
I
All
guess
right,
you
Yeah,
man,
never
but
go
you
to
that,
sleep
won't.
but
either, huh?
All
but
right,
when
all
they
man, you
not,
won't. I'm
when
telling
they
you.
not, hey, I'm like EB. I could tell you some stories.
Man,
Yeah,
yeah,
don't
I can
fucking
tell you
tell
some
me that
stories.
shit can't happen when I
I
know
could
it
tell you
can.
some stories,
Nigga, I
but
lost my virginity to my stepsister, so I know what the fuck goes on, nigga.
Bro,
I was 8 years old, and her friend, nigga. Nigga, I got a train ran on me, nigga.
Bruh.
What you talking about, boy?
Bruh.
And my parents was in the house.
Did your parents know it happened?
No.
That's what we saying.
And I said, that's why you don't care. Listen, if it's nighttime, right? My pop should have came upstairs and made sure them girls went in their room or I was in my room.
Man, you had good parents, man. You can't be nitpicking.
I was just about to say, don't even start that shit, bro.
You can't
because
be
you act like if your parents go to
like,
bed, that your mother,
nigga,
somebody
your
can't sneak in your room and molest you.
Exactly. They not expecting y'all nasty ass to be out there in there freaking.
Yeah, they sure wasn't expecting it. That's what I'm saying. That's
they
why
going to sleep.
I don't
nigga,
play.
They not expecting you to be. You know, it is what it is.
It is.
Nigga,
So, but and I'm not even. I only brought all that up to say this though.
No, hold on. Let me tell you something real quick, Black. I feel what y'all saying. I agree with y'all, but I was just saying that's how I prevent it, man. But go ahead.
There's a million ways you can try to prevent it. There's a million ways. I get that. Being an alert adult, I get it. But I'm telling you, there are ways that it can happen under your watch, under your loving watch, that it can happen. Because I know that it has happened.
How? When I don't let them get that, I don't give them that
time.
Bro,
you act like you don't, because you don't see your kids every second of the day.
But I'm talking about I ain't talking about they live together, bro. All my children is half. They have breeds. So I'm talking about when they under my watch, Cuddy. Now, when they go with their mamas, we're not talking about that. We talking about.
We ain't even talking about you. We talking about two parents
in general
in a house. Yeah, two parents.
Yeah, you guys are right. There's many cases of where there's a possibility of it could be open.
No, not a possibility. It happens.
Yeah, it does. And I'm just saying that it's a very hard question to ask me because I have to put myself in a probability position to try and make up some scenario in my head to where
no, not really. Like say for example, I got daughters, I got kids, so in my mind, I try to do my best to make sure don't nothing weird happen in my house, but I don't know what's happening when they go with their friends. Cause like just last night,
that's not what I'm talking about though. I'm talking about under my roof.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is they still under your tutelage, under your watch. Like the little girl wasn't under her roof writing her daddy. He didn't even live with her. They writing love letters and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, nigga, my daughter last night went to the movies. They decided not to go to the movies. They walked to Ulta. They walked to this store. They walked to that store. They got picked up at McDonald's. I don't know what happened through that time.
And y'all listen, y'all crazy if you think I don't know where my daughter's at, nigga, because listen, they mama got motherfucking Apple detectors on them, nigga, GPS monitors.
You know what's funny? Because you just sat here and tried to tell me how your kids pay for your parents' sins and all that stuff, right? All the shit you did, your kids by default gonna get in some shit, according to your logic.
They ain't gonna get into nothing.
Hey, it's all
listen, I had one son that got into an issue that had some troubles with the law. You feel me? And he almost went to jail.
That's not true.
Listen,
that's not true.
Listen, it is true. Listen, he almost went to prison on some shit, right? Okay, for some shit, some bullshit at his school. My nigga, don't you know how bad I felt as a parent because I wasn't able to be in his life enough to make sure that, basically, if the nigga was under my roof 24/7, like how a father is supposed to be, instead of having babies with all kind of women out there and then thinking it's cool and shit.
My nigga, this is not PBR therapy, my nigga.
I ain't saying it is, nigga. This is my moment that I'm sharing. My nigga, I felt, and it's real, because my son did get into a situation. So it hurt me to be like, man, if he was under my roof 24/7, he would have never got himself in that situation. Because I guarantee that. I guarantee that. Yeah, I do know that, nigga.
Nah, because at his school he wasn't under your
y'all know all that other shit, but don't tell me that was like I wouldn't do with my son.
Okay. Yeah, but some stuff is culture, my nigga.
And listen, this is what my son would have done, Cuddy. When they was doing that bullshit, he would have been like, nigga, my father would beat my ass if I get involved with that gay shit, nigga. Get the fuck on out my face. Straight up, nigga. On the gang, nigga. That's on my dead daddy, nigga.
So you think you more crafty than Satan himself?
Huh?
You think you more crafty than Satan himself?
Yes, I am, nigga. That's what God gave you the power to be, nigga. If you let the devil outsmart you, you's a sucker, nigga. On game,
Okay.
nigga. Fuck you mean? He outsmarted me too many
So
times, nigga.
Satan
How you think I got
outsmarted
all them
you
damn
and me.
baby
No,
mamas,
hold
nigga?
on. Satan
Because I got
outsmarted
suckered
you
out
and
by
me.
a devil,
No,
nigga.
hold on then. Hold on. You said if you get outsmarted by Satan, you a sucker. Me and you had a whole funk session that was stupid because Satan outsmarted me and
Yep.
you. So
And
we
I was
both
a sucker
suckers?
for it. I was
No,
a
no.
blade
So are
for
we
it.
both suckers?
Yeah, hell yeah, we was goofy as fuck.
No, I'm not asking you was the moment a sucker moment. Are we suckers? Because that's the words you just used.
I listen, after I just used it, I had let you know that I was a sucker before. That's how I got all them goddamn baby mamas, bro. I was a sucker for pussy and flesh. That's a sucker move,
That's
my nigga.
all of us. What do you mean? That's everybody.
I should have been game tight, got with one bitch, and had all my kids under one bitch,
Nigga,
nigga.
even TD Jakes is under that rap. Nigga,
I don't
everybody
care
under that.
what GD Jakes is.
Nigga,
And he a fucking man, that nigga supposed to be a spokesman for God. Please, Lord.
Never have.
That Udo could see, man. Man, come
never,
on, man. Come on, man.
There's no way. Look, as I was saying before y'all jumped me because I didn't agree with just that one portion you were saying that there is ways that can happen because I know it to be true. I know it to be true.
I agree with you.
I know it to be true. And both parents loved them. Always in his life, because we always talk about girls. It's always happening to girls. So that's another way it can always go under the radar because we don't never talk about it happening to boys. Boys go over his grandma's house with his other cousins. The little girl cousins get molested. Molest the boy too. But like you say, Corinne, because I feel you. If you in your girl's life, there's a real minute chance that should happen. So they find out because of the girls. The boy never say nothing. The boy live his whole life with that under his wrap. Nobody ever knew about it. So you telling me that there's no way that can happen? It happens like that.
Yeah, gang.
It happens.
Listen, I absolutely agree with you because you already know this. We you know what I'm saying? We agree on pretty much nigga 80% of the shit we talk about. You know what I'm saying? The other 20% is just us being Scorpios. But other than that, my nigga, dude, I mean, listen, gang, like
so is that inappropriate parenting? I would say no. It's just a bad situation.
It's like you said, the devil is crafty.
Super crafty.
But listen,
and
we
he
supposed
can't trick
to
me don't mean he can't trick my daughter.
Exactly. So yeah, listen, Black, what I'm saying is that like Freeze, look, Freeze grew up in a house he could, nigga, I ain't never seen a Christmas tree. I ain't never seen McDonald's. I ain't never nigga seen none of that shit in his house. And his mama prevented that. So if Freeze would have tried to sneak any motherfucking McDonald's in his house, you feel me? He knew the consequences he was gonna face.
That don't mean he didn't eat that cheeseburger around the corner from the house.
But we talking about in her home. That's what I'm saying. None of that's gonna go. We can't control what happens at the next person's house. But I know one thing is that my children, and that's on game, ain't never let nobody play with them, nigga. They quick to be like, nigga, my daddy, I'll call my.
That's a blessing.
Listen, one time, hold on. Let me tell y'all something. This is how bad it is, because it pertains to this situation. One time, nigga, shout out to my daughter Isabella. I love her so much. Look, one time, nigga, I'm putting my baby about 4 years old, and it's summertime, and we laying down getting ready to go to bed, and she said, "Daddy, I'm hot," and I said, "Well, baby, take off your pants so you can be comfortable. It's hot in here." She said, "For what?" She said, "No, I'll just sleep in my pants, Daddy." I said, "That's a good little girl, nigga." I said, "Nigga, my baby wasn't playing, nigga." She said, "For what?" And the way she said it was like, "Nigga, you tweaking." And I'm her daddy.
You was.
Hey, Corinne, you gotta check your something about the connection to your mic and your camera. It won't let me bring you back on. Clarissa says it can definitely happen. My best friend experienced it for years. Her stepdad and her mom is amazing. Is an amazing mother, and she beats herself up about it because she didn't notice it.
It's crazy because it's real. We just said that. Like, it's just so real, my nigga. Like, it don't matter how good of a parent you are, you still, nigga, the devil works, nigga. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
let's say if you believe in Jesus and whatever, nigga, like the devil took Jesus up to the mountaintop and said, "Look at this world, you can have this, my nigga." Like he
And
even
he
tried to
said
tempt
no.
that nigga. He even
No.
tried to tempt that nigga. Like this nigga this nigga tempting
Listen,
everybody. Like this
nigga, that
nigga
nigga
ain't
tried to
playing,
he
my
tried to
nigga. Like
he tried to trick the crash dummy, nigga. He was like,
you
nigga, come
feel me?
crash
There
out
you
with
go.
me, nigga. You feel me? You ain't gotta crash out with your father. You feel me? Crash out with
He
me,
trying to
gang.
send the nigga on a crash dummy mission. Like, hey, my nigga, you could. He
I'm
like,
gonna
nigga,
drop
how
y'all
you
down
gonna
for
give
5
me?
minutes if y'all keep that up.
He like, nigga, how you gonna give me the same shit? How you
I'm gonna
gonna
do
give
the
me
show
some
by
shit
myself
that's
for
mine?
5 minutes. Y'all keep this up.
But the cool thing about it, if Jesus would have knew he was going to endure what he was going to endure, would he have took the devil on his offer? That's the question.
That ain't the question. The answer is no.
Look, this nigga, oh, nigga got a flagrant. That means flagrant right there.
Nigga, flag on the play.
So flag on the play.
Man.
5-yard penalty, man.
She said, in that situation, my friend didn't tell because he said he'd unalive her. She ended up resenting her mom for a while because she said, "How did you not know he was doing that to me?" See, I
Cause you
think
didn't
that's
tell me.
unfair. I
Cause
think
you
that's
didn't tell me.
unfair.
I didn't know because you didn't tell me, my nigga.
Exactly.
Exactly. You know, like I said, inappropriate parenting. If your child's scared to tell you something about something like that, listen, it shouldn't even get to that point. Like your child, you should arm your child with defense mechanisms. Like, boy, like my daughter, like, boy, she said, "No, Dad, we good. I'd rather
He
sweat, nigga,
said,
than take my
arm your
pants
child
off."
with defense mechanisms.
Man, you got to give your children
The
the
triggers,
defense
he want to
mechanisms,
alarm them
nigga.
with triggers.
Hey,
Nigga,
your
nigga,
child,
listen, at
hey,
any time, if your child not like, nigga, you tweaking, nigga, what is you touching me for? Hey, a motherfucker gonna leave that child alone. Like, ooh, no, I didn't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to kill me, nigga.
yeah.
That's how
It's the
mine's gonna
kid,
be.
it's the kid that's gonna freeze up and
Yeah, man, because you didn't give them no, because guess what? Because you yelling at your child. And so when a parent yells at his child, they kind of break their child spirit, my nigga, and you change his and hers like character. You bending it, my nigga. When you raising a child, you gotta create character, nigga.
Bro,
You don't
that's
break
true.
character, nigga. You create it.
All that is true, but you gotta understand that these little niggas is a little smarter than we give them credit for on certain things. For example, a lot of times what they'll understand is how it'll break up the family, or in their immature thinking, they might think they might lose their family because of that. So it might
You
have
talk about the
nothing to
pressures
do with
effect.
it might not have nothing to do with how well that parent interact with that kid, especially if that kid knows that the parents love them. If the kids know that ultimately, then it shouldn't come down to that. It's just a bad situation because you introduce a kid into an adult thing that even adults don't even know how to manage right. Because we shouldn't be running around the world fucking on each other like this.
No,
So you
not
don't
at
even
all.
understand it.
Not at all.
free love hippies, man.
God made women to help man take care of himself. And in return, man is supposed to protect and provide for her duties, okay?
And
Because
all
without a
man been
woman,
doing is
fellas, let's keep
smacking
it real.
chicks.
Let's keep it real. Without a woman on this planet, it's going to be a frustrating world. And everybody, we finna be funking. You think Israel, you think that Israeli shit and that Ukraine stuff, that ain't nothing, nigga. That'd be a Ukraine and Israel all over the world.
If niggas didn't have no women, niggas didn't have
You
no
see how this
yacht.
woman just came? You
If
see
they
how
take the
violent they got
yacht,
when she left? Nigga, we was fighting for territory.
when the yacht is present, everybody chill out. The yacht
Everybody
keep
chill
niggas
out,
calm.
nigga. Look at
If
this nigga shaking his
niggas
head. What
if
you got to
niggas
say,
couldn't
Judge
go home and
Mathis?
get no yacht,
Judge
it'll
Blackett?
be
Call me Judge Mathis.
This nigga Judge Blackett, nigga.
He said that nigga,
Call me
what's
Judge
that?
Mathis.
What's that nigga, the prime minister of Israel, Netanyahu? That nigga ain't got
Yeah,
no, he ain't
Netanyahu,
got
nigga
no
over there
yacht.
blowing up.
He ain't got no yacht. He ain't got no yacht.
Not the kind he
Netanyahu,
want.
he knocking down all kind of virgins. Y'all tripping.
He
Man,
ain't
he
getting
want
no head.
Palestinian women. He want a
He ain't.
Palestinian. He don't want
That
that
nigga needs
European
some.
fake,
That
them
nigga
fake
needs some
Israeli
good
blood
head. He
people.
need to relax. That nigga needs some head so he can relax. That nigga need to relax.
Netanyahu ain't even Israeli. Like he from Europe.
That nigga need to
Already
relax,
looked him
man.
up.
Shit,
He not even a real Israeli.
all them Israelis is from Europe, nigga. They
Yeah.
snuck them in there, nigga. All them Israelis is from Europe, nigga. They all from Europe.
Snuck him in there, nigga.
Oh yeah, let me go back to this comment that Clarissa said about she said maybe it's just me, but money isn't enough motivation. But like Black said, add enough zeros, I might let you whisper it to me one time.
See? That's that HG nigga with that bag, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the more zeros you add,
listen.
the more zeros you add to something, the more you prone to change your mind.
Listen, I bet your girl let me piss in her mouth, nigga. Hey, I bet your girl let me piss in her mouth, nigga, for 100 bands, nigga.
Man, they do it every day in Dubai. We gotta change the name of our show to the 1%, my nigga. We not speaking for them other niggas, man.
Right.
Well, that's what I always say. I can only speak for myself.
Like, we not speaking for them other niggas. I can't speak for them other niggas, man. Like in Dubai, think about them princes. If we was talking to them right now, them sheiks would be like, what are you talking about? I shit on girls. I fly your most beautiful girls on Instagram, your beautiful queens. I fly them over here and they suck me off for hours and hours and hours and I shit on them and I just give them like 25,000 or 50,000 and send them back. Then I get another one off of Instagram. Like, they be like, what are you talking about? What a woman won't do or what you can't say to her. They like, what are you talking about? Does that even exist? Where they speaking for the 0.01%. Like,
all
it's just
right.
it's different levels to this shit. But inappropriate parenting, my nigga, is a good topic. That was dope. I appreciate that conversation because people as parents need to be more mindful of their kids. And I like PBR taking that time to use it as a therapeutic session to kind of express how he feels about his absentee parenting. I feel the same way too. I got a couple
Yeah, me
kids that
too.
I got a couple kids that I feel like, damn, if I was there, we could be boom, 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 boom. But I wasn't there. So I kind of just, get in where I fit in. And then like I got a daughter that rap too. And she just hit me out of the blue, like, Daddy, I'm rapping. So now I'm like, I go to her Instagram and she in the sink with a G string on.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, that's the type of rapper you're gonna be? That's where you going with this, but you got me in your thing as your manager to contact me. Like, nuh-uh, don't contact me. I don't approve of that. I don't co-sign that. I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm your dad. So don't if I'm your dad and these rappers is contacting me to get features or to do whatever, that's saying I endorse this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't endorse this. So take me off of that. Go find you a different manager. And just I'll be your consultant.
Right.
But I can't endorse this. You know what I'm saying? So we got a meeting coming up to where we gonna talk about direction and where we trying to go with this as far as music, image,
Yeah.
the whole rollout, and what are we trying to project? Like, what do we want back from this? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, it
just as
is. It
her,
is kind of hard because I am also my daughter's public relations specialist and her manager. So, there are moments where people say, "I'm going to need you to step into your manager role," but it's hard because she's also my daughter. So, you know what I mean. I'm always gonna have her best interest at first, and I think of it as what's the best for her career, but I'm always going to view her as my daughter. So,
right? No, that's dope. I appreciate. Like, that's how.
mhm.
Like, I like that. Like, not only just in the music, but like how Deion Sanders is coaching his sons, and Shane Mosley and his dad, they was together their whole career. Like
Well,
I respect.
I was telling her the most successful people in any sport, in any industry, they had their parents behind them. It's very important to support your children and see what their talents are, and try to nurture that and stuff. That's very important.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. But what's our other topic? I just wanted to breathe on that because I think we all, like I said, I got kids that I wasn't able to be hands on with, and then like I get to see the difference. And
Hmm.
then even the ones that's in the house that I'm hands on with, I get to see the difference. That's why I always have pushback when we talk about parenting and like everything being your parents' fault, because you can get this. I got a twin sister,
Oh
and
wow.
me and her got the same parenting, but we two different people now that we've grown up. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't just grow up in the same house, but we grew up in the same womb. We was in the same stomach. We came out on the same day. We lived in the same house. We ate the same cereal and noodles. We had to read the same Bible scriptures, go to the same church. We had got the same whoopings for the same shit. Like, but we turned out to be two different people. And that's how my kids is now in my house. Like one of them, it goes to a HBCU, but the other one went to a college in upstate New York. And I don't think they could switch. If they switched colleges, they wouldn't like school. But since one went to school in upstate New York, it fits her lifestyle and how she grew up in the suburbs and whatever. But the other one, going to the HBCU, fits more of her lifestyle because she was my child when I was more in the streets and more rapping and more on the stage and out there doing different things. And she gravitated more to that. So it's like as they get older, they all gonna make their own decisions.
Absolutely.
This is the quietest I've ever heard PB. That's because he ain't
He
on it.
doing something else. Yeah, he doing something else.
All right. Whose topic was this? What's the value of life? What was we
Remember,
talking about?
we was talking about that because remember we was I was telling y'all about that girl at McDonald's who shot the girl the other day at the McDonald's in Atlanta, and we was just talking about a lot of different people we know that died based
Oh
on
yeah.
who killed them and how much time the person who killed them got. And we was like, damn, that's crazy because you could kill somebody and be home in 10 years, and then somebody else could kill somebody and get life. And this person could kill somebody and get 5 years, come home and kill two more people and only get
Right.
14 years and still come home. But you killed one person and got life. They killed three people and they still got an opportunity to come home in the next 10 years or something. So
A lot
we
of that
was
has
just
to do with your ability to get a lawyer too.
that's the value of your life, how much you could pay for a lawyer. That's how much your life is worth.
Yeah, it is.
Like
Because I just
if
watched
you
something the other day. This dude got 13 years and for killing somebody. And I was like, damn, 13 years? And he was a youngster too. I was like, he had a good lawyer. He was only like about 22, 23. I'm gonna be like, he's gonna be out by 35.
Well, then the subject should be what's the value of life when you commit a crime? Because
yeah,
the
but not if
value
you
of
could
life
not
is that's just general. That's a very
yeah, because
general thing. But you're talking
uh-uh,
specifically about people who
uh-uh.
kill people
Not people who kill people, the
or
person
who
who
are
got killed.
incarcerated.
No, the person who got killed. We're not talking about the person who did the killing.
Hmm.
We're talking about the person who got killed. So the person who got killed, what was the value of their life?
In that case, it was 13 years. And in
And
other
in
cases, it's
somebody
more.
else's cases, it
Yeah.
was life. In somebody else's case, it was 15 years. In somebody else, it was 10.
But
So
but then
what?
again, that's just from your perspective. Again, we go back to we only can speak from our perspective.
No, but
It,
I'm not speaking from my perspective. I'm just saying, like the person who got killed, like the person who
mhm.
got killed. I got friends who have got killed. And them friends who got killed, the person who killed them, one person got this amount of time. The other friend that got killed, that person only got this amount of time. One of my other friends that got killed, the dude that killed him, done already did the time and came home and killed some more people.
So you're saying the people who got killed, the value of their life is based upon how much time
money the
or
person who
money.
killed him can afford to pay a lawyer.
What's that saying? It's the one with the gun lives forever. Have you heard that saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
So it's like his life wasn't worth much because the person who killed him could only get a public defender.
Well, I wouldn't say that their life wasn't worth much. I would definitely say that the value of their lives shouldn't be based on what the person, who killed them got time for, because
Right.
the value of everybody's life is based upon their own experiences, what they contribute
No,
to
that's
society and stuff like that.
that's what we put the value of their life onto that. That's what the value that we give that person's life.
Mhm.
But the court system don't give them that value. That's why we have to write letters. That's why
Mhm.
both sides, the person who got killed, they family got to write letters, and the person who did the killing, he got to have the preachers and different people in the
Man,
community write letters.
I just watched the first 48, right? And I see how the judicial system work, bro. This man had killed this other man that he was buying weed from. No. The dude that got killed was trying to buy some weed. The dude that killed him said, nigga, you owe me some money, nigga. I ain't selling you shit. So they got into an argument. So he felt like he disrespected him on the block. Long story short, he shot him once in the chest, killed him. Man, do you know at the end of everything, man, that man served 5 years? That man served 5 years for killing the dude trying to buy some weed. But if also seen another one where this dude shot a cab driver once in the back in Tucson, Arizona, and they gave him life. Him, the shooter, his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's friend that was in the car, because they got that state felony law. You know what I'm saying? If anybody commit a crime and you with them, you get the same time as if you pulled the trigger. You feel me? So they all got life. So tell me what's fair in that.
They saying the cab driver's
How you
life
kill
was more
somebody
valuable than
and
the
come
nigga
home?
who was trying to buy weed.
Yeah, exactly.
So they saying since you was trying to buy weed, your life ain't got no value. But the nigga who was at work, his life got value.
Okay, and just like I just said, see, I watch a lot of First 48, bro. And hey, Black, I'm gonna send you these things so you can prove it too, bro. Just like the people that was in that cab with the shooter got life because they was just with him on the felony murder charge. There was another incident, and they was Hispanic. There was another incident where this Caucasian man, this white man, was with some killers. He took them, gave them a ride to go kill some people, and then took them away. And then when the police asked him about it, he told the truth, but they didn't put him in jail because he was a white man. Listen, I was thinking like this white man don't know he going to prison. I'm celebrating. Hey, Freeze, I'm celebrating like white boy, you going to jail, nigga. You a cop. You gave him a ride to the hotel, had them waited for them to kill somebody, then gave him a ride back to the location and dropped them off. I was like, yeah, you might be telling, but you going to prison. When they told that man they letting him go, nigga, I was infuriated. Because if that had been my black ass, I was going to prison with them boys.
His life had more value than yours.
Exactly, because he was a different color.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what all of these are mitigating factors to the value of a person's life. That's why, like what you were saying, Queen, that's why we got to go back to that. Like, the value of your life has to be to the people around you. Like, you have to build the value. Like, think
Right.
about it.
I mean, you guys are just talking in the sense of the judicial system or the sense of the law. And I was
just the sense of, yeah, like the sense of the law, but
isn't the law the most important thing on this world?
Yeah, that it is. But
Well,
even to
well,
add
Black,
another
Black, aren't you the most important guy on this
yeah,
podcast?
but to add another layer to the law, also to the community, because there's so many people who die that we don't even remember them.
yeah, but
We
Right.
see,
don't
the
discuss
reason why
them.
we
We
use
don't
law though is
nothing.
because that's
Like
really the one of the rare times you can quantify a person's life in a dollar amount or in time or any kind of retribution. Because if we lose a pillar of our community, yeah, that means something to us. But how do you quantify that? Now, a place where you can see where they quantify it is in court, where if I was to kill somebody and take somebody's father, husband, uncle, leader, all of the above titles, they gotta assess some kind of retribution for that.
they're gonna give me
So,
some
but you guys
restitution
are
to pay
only
a certain
And when
amount
they
of
do
money of
that, they do that
restitution.
with years.
well, what I'm talking about, okay, from my perspective, what I'm saying is that you guys are only speaking in the aspect of the people who lost their lives due to being violent or being shot in some kind of capacity. But what's the value of life is a very general subject.
No,
And what about the
no,
people
no,
who
no, no,
passed
no, no.
away from natural causes or
Okay. Now,
um,
what about the
by
people who had the?
drowned or in
Hold
a
on,
car
Queen.
accident and stuff like that?
What about the people who drowned of natural causes or died in a car accident? Who, when they died, we had to raise money to bury them. How much was
Okay.
they? How much value did they life have? And then after they died, in 2 years, 3 years, we don't even talk about them no more. It's like they never existed. How much value was their life?
Well, again, this is always my disclosure and my, I can only speak from my perspective. And what I think the value of a person's life is how much they helped other people, how much they contribute to society, to their own
Right.
families, to their own, what they
But
put in
that
place,
value is only to me.
what they put in place, to secure their legacy
Why they
for
gotta do
Yeah,
years
all
to
that?
come.
Why
So
they
but
just
that
shouldn't
most,
have been a troublemaker at all? What
but
if they just
but
live life, mind their own business, and didn't take from people and always gave? Why? That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
how
you
do
could be whatever, like
yeah,
whatever
who
you are, like whatever you are in life, whatever type of person you were in life. Like when you die, what is the value of your life?
right? What is the value of it?
it's
Like
it's it's
it's
different
people,
depending on who you were and what you
but
did and who you
that's
helped
only,
and
yeah, but that's only to the people you help. Like for example, me being a landlord, right? If I helped this two families, if I helped them for 20 years, when I die, them two families could say he helped us out when we needed help and we love him and we appreciate him for what he did for us. But then if I lose my building to foreclosure, my kids is like, he was tripping. So yeah, I helped them, so I had value to whatever they was doing, but to my own life, what value did I have?
well, I'm going to tell you because you want to give an example of only the people you manage as landlords. You have children, you have friends, you have
No,
people
no, no,
in
no, no.
the
It still go back to
community
what I was saying. That's still a
that.
personal. No, that's personal value. It's somebody that don't nobody know on the earth that has the most value to me.
Mhm.
But that don't mean nothing to the world. That don't mean nothing to society. But to me, like one of my little brothers
Again,
that
it
passed
just
away.
depends who you are and how many people you touched and what you did
Right,
in your lifetime.
but that go back to what we were saying. That's why we use the court, because you can't put no
Mhm.
tangible value on that. Like
Says
somebody
you.
like,
Of course you
no,
can.
but no, you can't.
Yeah,
For
you
the
can.
okay, let's say it this way: you can only do it for certain people, because I know way more people who died and we don't even discuss them. Or I could show you a bunch of obituaries right now in this thing that we don't even discuss these niggas no more. But it's one or two who we still buy their hats, or we still play their music, or we still whatever. but it's way more who just is gone. So
Mm-hmm.
and so that's why the question is like, for example, like say Martin Luther King, he
Mm-hmm.
had the greatest value to the world, to us in America with our civil rights movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to his kids that was 5 and 6 when he died, how much of a value did he have for them? If we go back to what PBR was talking about if his kids grow up to be fucked up kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or let's use Farrakhan for example. Farrakhan is great value to black people and whatever, but we can go look at his kids and it's different. Gandhi, he was one of the greatest people to the world and to the people, but not to his family and to his kids.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the value to people can be personal. You can have value to who, however, and whatever. But that's why we use the judge and the court system,
I get it.
because they
I have a.
actually put a monetary value on your death. Like when
Mm-hmm.
somebody died, it's like you get a death like a grievance amount of money that come in the mail for somebody dying if they underage or something. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody kills somebody,
Depending,
then you get
depending on
restitution. Like
depending on what their occupation was and how much money they
exactly.
had, and
And
I have a
like
friend who always says that um, to live your life as your funeral, meaning that every day, if you were to die that day, what would people say about you at your funeral? Like today, if we were all to die today, what would people say at our funeral about us? And he says he lives by that perspective.
yeah, that's deep. That's deep because I hate that, because I be like, damn, I've been sitting in funerals before, and I'd be like, that's crazy. You could help a person their whole life. You can do all types of shit for a person. You can do whatever and be
Mhm.
so selfless and so whatever for this person. And when you die, all they give them is 2 minutes to tell them to tell the people about them. You only get 2 minutes, and you keep it moving. Because nigga, he dead. We not even. Come on, let's keep going. You should have told him when he was alive. We want to hear. Let's keep this going. Like they like next. Like we got to keep going. Then the pastor might even fuck around and say the wrong name because he got another funeral to do tonight. Like they just. It's because it ain't no. The value is how much did you pay for this funeral. The
Right.
value is how much did you like personal value. I might cherish that person that's in that box,
Mhm.
but I could only afford the $800 box to bury him in. I couldn't afford the one that I wanted to get.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But that don't mean I love them no less than the person who bought the gold casket. But when he
Right.
died, he didn't have no value. He didn't leave nothing. He didn't have nothing that we can nothing. No insurance, no nothing. You know what I
And
mean? Like
again, that's only looking at it from a physical perspective, a monetized perspective, a
that's the only
perspective.
way to look at it. That's why when you die, you get money.
So what way would you look at it? How do you quantify life then?
I mean, so I'm speaking, again, only from my perspective. I come from two different cultures. My mom's family's from Spain and my dad's family's from Tonga. And when someone dies, we celebrate their life. It's like a celebration, and of course, a lot of things are similar in different cultures where you talk about how their life, was, what they contribute to society or not, or their family or whatever. But it's more of a celebration of like, because we celebrate when someone passes. Of course, we show respect to the family depending on who dies, but in our Tongan culture, we're ranked. There's a, a class of people, so it's hard to explain because my dad, he has 7 sisters. So technically, his 7 sisters are in a higher ranking than him because he's a man, and those are his sisters, regardless of their age. But and then his sisters, if they have daughters, I'm supposed to like serve. Pretty much, you serve on your dad's side, and you're respected, in a ranking on your mom's side if you are full Tongan. So in my dad's family, because he's my dad and he has 7 sisters, I'm at a lower ranking than my cousins who come from my aunties, my dad's sisters. So they're considered a higher ranking. And then my grandmother, his mom, so her brothers, respect us and our family. It's a respect side more on the women's than the men. So the best I could like say it is you're respected on your mom's side and you serve on your dad's side. If that makes any sense to you guys.
Yeah, make
But
like Jewish people are like that. You take on the birthright of your mother, like the lineage is passed through the mother, like the mother is on the top.
yeah, so going back to, the value of life and everything, we on our Tongan, in our Tongan culture, both in the Spanish culture too, we realize that as soon as you come into this physical form that, you're gonna die. And so, when someone dies, regardless whether they got shot or, it was by natural causes, the celebration of their life is celebrated the same regardless of how they were gone, like how you guys are saying if they got shot or killed or natural causes. We don't treat the celebration when they pass any different.
I don't, I
Right.
don't, I don't. I'm not saying that we treat them different. I'm just saying that there's different times assessed for whatever the situation is, because it's situational. Um, not,
But that's what I'm
I don't,
saying. Like when someone dies, we don't treat it differently. There's no there's no difference in the celebration or their funeral or the way they pass. How
Right.
in our Tongan culture or
She's
Spanish
speaking of
culture,
she's speaking of the
it's not.
value, like it's
Yeah,
all the same.
their
Like we
value is
value
no
is
different.
all the same. Which
Yeah.
I feel her, but I feel you 100%. But what I'm saying is I agree with that.
me too.
Like I agree with that.
In
But
New Orleans.
now after the celebration is over and all of that and everything is done, um, whose legacy is going to continue going on? Like one of your uncles might have a business and all of the family still live off of that business. You might have an auntie or something who, when she passed away, she still owned 3 hotels or something. Like you never know. And that's what I'm saying about different value, where it
Hmm.
might be somebody in my family where we give everybody the same traditional farewell. It don't matter. But
Hmm.
somebody didn't contribute nothing to the family. So little Tommy might pass away and 5, 10 years go by and we don't even talk about Uncle Tommy, but we talk about Aunt Sherelle all the time because she left our biz, she left the financial institution that's feeding our whole family.
That
So
makes sense.
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, they had the same traditional love and the same burial, the same everything, and as far as sending them away. But damn, that nigga didn't leave no value. Like, okay, McDonald's, right? Ray Kroc, the owner of McDonald's. When he died, he put McDonald's in a living trust. So, well, his wife did. When he died, his wife took over everything, and she put everything in a living trust.
And
But
McDonald's is labeled as real estate. It's not even labeled as a fast food
yeah,
chain.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a real estate company
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. But she was, and I just found out Starbucks is a bank. It's not really a
Mhm.
coffee company.
Yeah.
But so anyway, she put everything in a living trust and she set it up to where when McDonald's when they family, when the Crocs, when they make a certain amount of money every year, that money goes to the trust. So even though they've been dead for so many years, they still make $600-700 million a year. And then that trust is what rebuilds Salvation Armies all over the world. And that's why they call the Kroc Centers, because it's named after Ray Kroc. But I'm just saying that to say, like, he left so much value. Like, he dead and gone, and his life is still paying for people to have Christmas every Christmas. His life is still paying for people to get housing, to get vouchers for rent, to get all types of shit. Just all off of his life. His life had. And so I'm not saying his life was no more value than a nigga that we don't even speak of no more. Like, they both had the same value to somebody in this world. But Ray Kroc's value of his life is still feeding people today.
Some people feel like it's a sin when you having funerals where you be boo-hooing and sad and wearing black and crying because this person that made it, this person then ascended to the sky or wherever the soul goes, to meet up with the Lord. You ain't supposed to be crying. You're supposed to be celebrating. That's why in New Orleans they have not Mardi Gras. I'm tweaking. That's on some porno shit. They got second line. You feel me? And they be dancing out there, and you know what I'm saying, gigging, and sometimes they'll bring the body to the club. You feel me? And be like, nigga, put a cigarette in his mouth and put a drink on his face. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Like that.
They gonna go as hard as they can go.
Go as hard as they can go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See in some cultures where they might have. I saw one thing where the nigga was mummified sitting in the strip club.
Yeah.
Just one, like, niggas is just like, nigga, like, if you can, whatever, that's what your life is worth. That's what I'm saying. Everybody got a different value, bro. Every person on this earth means something different to somebody. Somebody gonna be like, man.
Black wearing black is also, people wear black when they mourn, but black is also a color of protection from evil too. So, we wear a lot.
That's why my skin black.
We wear a lot of, in our Tongan culture, we wear a lot of black to be protected from evil too, as well.
Look at the guy who on your shirt right now.
They made a movie about him.
His life is so valuable. We got his picture hanging on our walls. I got his picture hanging up in my studio right now. You got his shirt on.
Listen, I seen more. I seen just as much as pictures of him as I seen of that white Jesus. Okay,
man, he got, and so and that's what I mean when I talk about the value of your life, not just the people that he's touched and his music is reached, and the people. I was born in 77. I don't know when he passed away, but it was somewhere in there. So my whole life of listening to music, he was dead, and I resonate with his music, but I still spend money on the merch every time I see his face somewhere.
On keychains.
Because
and that nigga,
he got
and that
value.
nigga like a
he got
listen,
value.
Man, that nigga was like a dictator.
He got value. Like that's why they say they killing them rappers. They say that's why all the rappers at Empire is dead. Them niggas is worth more dead than alive.
Well, music is the highest frequency you could reach, and with music, it has all these frequencies and tones, and artists like you guys who could write to music, who knows when to sing and come in with the hook and everything. That's the highest frequency you could reach. And music, when you're done with the song and stuff, even the producers where they're making it is the highest frequency. And so then you make the music, you're connected to the frequency of the tones and everything, then you're writing to it. And not only do you do that, you produce it and distribute it, all high frequencies. All those actions are high frequencies. So, and then the reach on the radio and the airwaves, there's no limit to where it could go, and then portraying in the radios and in the TVs, that's the highest frequency. So people who know, and so anybody who has the ability to where people are listening to their music, listening, repeating their words, wearing their merchandise, the families and the people who control that distribution of it is trying to get rid of them because they're the ones with the most power, musicians and artists. That's why they're trying to
Facts.
get rid of them. Mm-hmm.
Facts, because music is very influential to
Highest
the
frequency
culture.
you could reach. Yep, highest frequency.
Music invent things for the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not only that, you could go back. That's why they have the old traditional hymns. That's why people sing in churches. That's why, they make beats on things. Drums hitting things. It's the highest vibration you could reach is music.
On that movie Leave Earth Behind, they play like a real high pitched frequency, like hey, screaming,
Mm-hmm.
and people was covering their ears, and then one of the boys' teeth start falling out.
Mm-hmm.
Like
The
sound
high,
is a
if
motherfucker.
you know,
Sound is a
it's the
motherfucker.
highest frequency you could reach. Yeah. So anybody who, any musician or radio host or DJ or artist, you have the highest ability. You're at the highest frequency you could reach to connect with people
So
and
once them
vibrate with
niggas
people.
once you start connecting and vibing with them people and getting them in, they get you up out. They said like 500 or something like that. Rappers got killed in 2022 and 23. Like
Man,
that's
listen,
crazy.
it's a dangerous occupation right now. Listen, you got more chances of surviving in Fallujah than in the streets of America. Man, a nigga just got his taco cooked. What 2 days ago? He just signed to a major label, and the next day they killed him.
They said he signed to 21 Savage and died the next day.
Yeah. It seemed like 21 set him up. Like, nigga, I got sign this deal. As soon as you sign, nigga, I get a $2 million life.
Advancement.
You hear me? I get $2 million if they kill your goofy ass. And they killed this goofy ass.
That's what I was saying. Like we don't know where the value is for the life. We don't
So
know
look,
who finds the value.
it goes like this, Freeze. If I sign a major deal today, I don't need to go celebrate with 1,000 people, 100 people, not even 10 people. I'm going home to the people I share a roof under.
You
Because
know that
those are the
now,
people.
but not when you was 23, 24,
Listen,
not when you was
listen,
Playboy Rich, before
listen.
you became Powerball.
Listen, that's true. You know what I'm saying? But it was a different time back then too. The fad about or the stigmata of being a rapper being gunned down wasn't there yet. It was still taboo to kill a rapper back then. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, but nowadays, with the shenanigans that's going on, if a nigga sign a deal, man, I'm going home. I'm going to the people I share a roof with, or you know
I'm
what I'm
going
saying,
home.
or you know what I'm saying.
Nigga, sign a deal and go home.
And go home, my nigga, so I can survive the next day. You know what I'm
Nigga
saying?
want to have a whole
Listen, Chief
party.
Keef got his cousin a deal with Interscope, man. And 5 days later, he was dead, man.
Well, they wild in Chicago, yeah,
Come
definitely.
on, man. That shit is come on, gang, my nigga.
Iraq. Why do you think they label it that?
Man, listen, Dolph would be alive if I was his friend. I would have been like, man, let me go pick up them cookies for your mama, man. You don't need to be out like that, bro. Come on, man. What did you think? What you thinking, gang? Come on, man. I'll go get them cookies for you.
You don't think it was somebody around him who probably told him?
Nah, he was by himself.
I know, but what I'm saying is you don't think it was somebody. No, it was somebody with him. It
They
was
said he was
somebody
by
with him that
himself.
took off running. No, it was a nigga with dreads that took off running. But what
Oh.
I'm saying is, you don't think it's somebody who, like, somebody in his life that might have said, my nigga, you need to stop riding through here like that. Like, I used to tell you that. You used to
Yeah.
ride through the neighborhood and throw $5 bills out the car. Like, think about that. A whole big stack of $5 bills. And we riding through the neighborhood and he throwing them out, giving them to the little kids that's coming by the car. Like, come on, man. And I used to tell you, like, bro, chill out.
Mm-hmm.
But couldn't tell you nothing.
But listen, if we was that age today, they would have killed us, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Because niggas couldn't tell you nothing.
But no, what I'm saying, they would have killed us. We wouldn't have survived. They would have killed us, my nigga. How me and you.
But put yourself in, since we're talking about young Dolph, put yourself in his situation. Say you did have a friend or homeboy riding with you, telling you not to go get those cookies for your mom. Now, a man in their relationship with their mother, especially a black man, that's something you don't even want to get in the middle of. So if your friend, you were going to the store picking up cookies for your mom, how much influence would your friend in your ear be to stop you from doing that?
Let me tell you how game tight I am. The dude that ran with the dreads would have been a nigga that went in there and fetched them cookies. I would have stayed in my bulletproof car.
Man, my mama wouldn't even have wanted them cookies from over there fucking with me. I would have sent somebody, like, even me. Like, I'm not no big old ass star. I'm not no celebrity. I'm not no nothing. But when I got my first little taste of success and my video was on MTV and I'm flying everywhere and I'm doing shows, I stopped going to certain places on purpose.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just like on purpose. Like,
my presence is a motherfucking gift itself. So if I'm like the white man, you in a low community and it's nothing but liquor stores around there. No, I'm not popping out unless it's my community. Now, if it's my community, I'll pop out.
Bro,
that's where I'm from. But
even where
I'm not going to nobody else's.
Even where I'm from, when I started getting like real movement and real motion, I'm not gonna say I just like vamp, because I still helped everybody from the hood, but you gotta come to me now. I'm not finna just be sitting on a block chilling like everybody else. No, y'all know where my studio at, and my door is wide open. Pull up.
Just like Nipsey Hussle. He had no business being there. I don't care what day it was.
You feel me? Like, that's like, bro, that's like me putting my shop right there where Speedy stop at or something. Like, I would never do that. Ok's, I would never do that, bro.
Ok's, that's what it is.
Yeah, like, I would never do that. Like,
no.
Like, that,
I'm gonna go get that white. Listen, people always want
to the community.
Listen, that's how you know niggas ain't got no senses of broadening horizons, man. They don't really think outside the box. They always want to get a business and bring it back to the hood. Fuck nah, nigga. I want a business in the white people's part of town. Okay? And I'm gonna put white people in there to run it for me. You ain't gonna never know it was a nigga that put this here. I'm gonna have a white manager, white supervisors, white everything.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, when we start in small businesses and we coming from poverty, we do what's accessible to us. So it's like that building is only $700 a month. My mama got a fryer. I can get that from her. I could get this. My homegirl's gonna help me out with this and this, and we try to make it go from what we can access, because we got dreams and aspirations. So I don't want to tell people to stop being entrepreneurs and stop dreaming and stop using what you can do to make what you want to make. But you got to come to a point to where you got to, back to what this question is, you have to decide what is the value of your life.
I think you misunderstood me. I think you misunderstood me. I'm talking about the people that's on the level of Nipsey Hussle. My bad.
It doesn't matter what level you are.
Nipsey Hussle didn't need to make that little mark, whatever. He didn't need to invest in that shit. He bought the whole plaza damn near.
When he got to that situation, he should have been thinking about what is the value of my life. Like his brother now, I'm not over there. His brother.
It's your mindset too. It's all in your mindset. It doesn't matter how successful you are, or how big of a artist, or how many people know you. It's your mindset. It's
right. That's it. And that's
listen, he was too valuable.
Like, yeah, but he was too valuable to who?
Nigga, to his family, Lauren London, and everybody who worked under him.
He wasn't thinking
the
about
label,
that,
bro. The shit he was doing with Jay-Z, nigga.
He wasn't thinking about all that, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He was too valuable.
He was
on the chessboard, my nigga, and in front with the pawns, my nigga. That's where you don't belong there. You belong behind the pines, next to your queen. So if anybody come fucking with you, she knocks them off.
I completely agree with you. But what I'm saying is, in the community, the value he brought to millions of people around the world, it came from him being in the hood, trying to do a business in his neighborhood. People all like, oh, he owned the building in the hood. He did this in the hood. And that's where a lot of the outcry comes from.
Listen, it's sometimes you can be a sellout just a little bit, my nigga.
Yeah, but just a little bit. That's what I'm saying. It's a fine line between being a sellout and selling out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because if you like,
I'm not
Nipsey
selling out,
really,
but I'm gonna be a sellout for a little bit. I'm not coming to the
Nipsey kind of sold out.
Yeah.
Like, but not in the form of crossing over sellout. He sold out in where he became victim of his own environment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my nigga, you made all that money and still died in your environment where you worked so hard to get out of.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, like if I die, I'm not gonna be.
Was Lauren London there?
No.
And she? Thank you. So he should have been where she was at. Okay.
You feel me? Back to what you were saying about being. No, back to what you were saying about being at home.
Yeah. Being at home, gang.
And then think about his kids. His kids is finna grow up without a father.
Okay, let's name how
so
many
people got murals of this nigga on the walls.
Look, let's name everybody who got blicked down on national worldwide television on Reddit. Nipsey Hussle, seen him get blew down. FBG Duck on Reddit getting blew down. King Von, the whole world seen your sniper get splat. Lil Durk. P&B Rock got his ass blew down. Okay, come on, man. This is a different time, man. These niggas getting blew down, nigga, on camera for the whole world to see. It's different, man. We didn't see Marvin Green. Marvin Gaye, didn't he get killed by somebody in his family? We didn't see that. That's not on camera.
Well, you have to see, technology plays a part too. There weren't cell phones and, things to actually.
Rappers wasn't dying like that though. Like at the rate these. Listen, did you hear what I just said? Nipsey Hussle, FBG Duck, King Von, and P&B Rock all on video. That's like going back in the days and Ice Cube. Who else would that be? Like Ice Cube, Too Short. You feel me? Like you feel me? All T.I., motherfucking Busta Rhymes, and somebody else getting killed. That just wasn't that wasn't the wave we was on. This is a whole different wave, my nigga. This wave we go on now, you can't even surf on that bitch, my nigga. You'll get wiped out. You feel me? Be a wipe out.
What do you guys think is the contributing factor of why they're killing each other like this?
Because for one, it's a hater's way of killing you. Haters now, they still back in the days they used to jump you. Remember Free? DJ Quick, Too Short. A lot of rappers used to get beat up if they got caught lacking. You feel me? But now they ain't putting hands on them no more. They want to get them out of there because for one, it's big game. You're that lion out there. They can hang your head on their motherfucking wall like, yeah, that's my work. I got him gone.
No value of their life
at all.
They don't
value
them dudes.
Life. Them dudes that killed FBG Duck threw their life away so sickly in a cowardly way and now they mad at the nigga that gave them the drop. I thought y'all love when niggas give you locations. So now you're mad that this nigga done sent you off like Jesus. Man. You feel me? And you crashed out. You got cameras from the O Block projects watching you run down some stairs, get in these vehicles. These vehicles is running lights and shit. They got to a place in 15 minutes that it take 30 minutes. So they running lights and getting camera flicks the whole entire way there till you get to the Gold Coast, nigga, where they got cameras all over the fucking place like stars in the night. You shoot this nigga up, then you get back in those same vehicles and you drive right back to the projects. Nigga, come on, man. You was a goofy, nigga.
No value. For real, that's the first thing a nigga go to is I'm gonna kill this bitch. I'm gonna kill that nigga, or
and listen,
I'll smoke you, bitch.
The niggas that killed him, Listen, the niggas that killed him was on some gangbanging shit, but the nigga that dropped the location was mad, and he's a hater because dude fucked his baby mama.
Yeah.
Dude was fucking his baby mama. So Duck seen the nigga, they said, but he don't know that nigga because he's Duck. He's too famous. He know your baby mama because he fuck bitches. But he don't know you, nigga. You are nobody to him. So he called them niggas from O-Block and said, man, this nigga pistol with me and chased me. And they said, and Dirk's brother, D-Thang, rest in peace, he got blew down too at the club, okay? Dirk's brother was like, you ain't got your blick on you? The nigga's on camera. No, I don't got my blick on you, but he on camera, nigga fixing his blick. He got it on him. He could have did it himself. That's why he called the five Jesus man. You feel me? The Jesus 5, nigga. That's what they call, nigga, the send-offs, nigga. Called them niggas up and said, go get him. I don't got my blick, and he chased me, and he pistol with me. He's a lie. Niggas lying, nigga. And them feds, listen, bro, mark my words. This is going to stop niggas from killing rappers. Because now they finna start getting niggas. RICO charges, you feel me? It's going to be like, nigga, a hate crime to kill a rapper. Because these rappers got a license to kill. Right now, Freeze, you can blow a nigga down that get to tweaking with you and say, nigga, I'm Freeze TV, nigga. I got value, nigga, in my life. And this nigga's hating on me. I don't know him. This nigga's a stranger. I'm on YouTube. I've been on MTV before. Nigga, I'm solicited, nigga, on Spotify and iTunes. I'm somebody, nigga. He's a hater. Come on, man. Good lawyer gonna get you out of that, bro. No doubt.
Because life don't have no value. But
no
to somebody, value. The nigga I blow down, he has some value to somebody.
He said he has some value to somebody.
For real, my nigga. That's what's so fucked up about it. And I think that's why niggas is killing everybody now. It's like, it go back to, okay, like, this might be a weird theory, but this is my theory. When I was born, people was I was born in 77. So when I was born, people was popping pills, snorting cocaine. They was on a different wave. When I was a kid growing up, people was on crack. So a lot of the people who was born when I was born, we was like raw cut cocaine and whatever them blacks and them reds, whatever them pills was that my mom and them was taking and them people was taking back then. So we came as a product of that. But then in the 80s, in the 90s, them kids is product of crack. So then we had the invention of crack babies. So then now we got kids who got ADD, who got all these different deficiencies because their mothers was on crack when they was pregnant or whatever they was doing. Mm-hmm. Then when we go to the next generation, to when we was kids, now you got the crack babies and the kids like us all together selling ecstasy, Molly, all that type of shit. So now all of these kids then they started snorting cocaine, taking Molly, popping ecstasy, doing that. So now you got a whole generation of kids now that was born in the late 90s and early 2000s who was off of ecstasy babies. These is ecstasy, Molly, whatever other drugs babies.
Don't forget that methamphetamines.
Yeah, but now that's what we going into now. Now these kids now who was born in the early 2010, 2000, whatever, all of these people now is addicted to methamphetamines. Now all these kids is depressed and they need, back to what we was talking about, they need prescription drugs now. Now you don't need no street drugs. No street drugs. Now all the drugs that all the kids want come out of the pharmacy, whether if it's lean, whether if it's perks, whether if it's fentanyl, no matter whatever they take.
Who supplies that?
The government.
Which one?
U.S.
Yeah, they won that war on drugs, huh?
You feel me? So it's like now so now in the next, like I'm 46, so when I'm like 66, we're gonna be dealing with fentanyl babies.
Exactly.
Then it's gonna be a whole opioid babies. Like it's gonna be a whole new wave of kids and then they're gonna have a whole different diagnosis and a whole different, like they said, ADD and all that shit ain't even really like real. Now it's like it's just gonna keep evolving based on the drugs that they give the parents. So whatever drugs the parents on is what kind of kids we gonna get.
Hey man.
So the focus, it seems like, should be on, instead of, like, I mean, you have a valid point, and in order to be preventive, I think we should be focusing on who should distribute it, because PB already made a valid point. It's the U.S. government are the distributors of these things. So if we eliminate the distributors, that's when we could prevent, certain
But
things
you
from happening.
but you
But you
can't
can't
eliminate the
because they
distributors.
got it maxed. They got it maxed in the legal form. Like he said, pharmacies. Like, look, it ain't got to the point to where all the drugs that Free said in our era that we grew up under was imported, like cocaine. Came from Colombia, processed in Perugia, and no, made in Peruvia, processed in Colombia, and then brought to America via Mexico, okay, or Cuba or Jamaica. It don't matter. Haiti. They brought that shit from abroad. Same thing with marijuana. It used to come from Mexico, okay, and opioids. Heroin came from China and Afghanistan. It came from somewhere else. They didn't eliminate all the competition. The war on drugs was won by the United States of America, okay? And they are getting fat pockets off this, like he said, lean, which is codeine and promethazine, either or, Percocet, Vicodins, whatever all pills they taking nowadays, fentanyl pills. It's all masked under the legalized system. You feel me? So there's no getting rid of it. You know what I'm saying? What they doing, they pressing up 2 million of them. I just seen something in Boston, bro. Some big ass pharmaceutical company, they're supposed to report how many pills they printed. They printed like 2 billion, my nigga, but only reported like 2 million. You feel me? They
They
like,
just
wait a
paid
minute, where did
no,
all
they had
that?
to pay a penalty for that.
Yeah, my nigga, where
And
do you
being
think
a
that
part
shit
of
went to?
but they don't gotta stop doing it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
They just gotta pay a penalty.
it's the distribution, because anybody can make drugs or get drugs from where they're made from. It's the distribution that's
Well, the
causing the
distribution, yeah, but
problem.
There is no
distribution
now.
distribution is over. They're the distribution now. They're the distributors.
No, listen,
Walgreens is the
ain't no
distributor.
distribution. It's just manufacturing.
Yeah, now that shit is going straight to Walgreens to the
When you say
traffic.
distribution, you're talking about from country to country.
Yeah, that's
Ain't no
over
more
with.
distribution.
Yeah,
Marijuana don't even come from Mexico no more.
it's
No,
here.
but
They grow it
no,
here.
what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about from country to country. I'm talking about the distribution, like the pharmacy, where you're getting from. The distributors of all this is the issue, not where
But
it's being
but the
made.
but what I'm saying is the distributor don't know. Like the distributor don't know that when these niggas go in there with fake scripts and get 5 or 6 pints, they don't know that that shit is all fake and whatever. Like,
And it's a doctor behind it that's
yeah, like
selling the
they don't
scripts.
know.
Listen, I bet you a script right now from a doctor is probably $10,000.
Man,
And for someone who has money,
He's gonna
that's
get you a
nothing.
bottle of lean. He's gonna get you a pint with a couple refills.
yeah,
You
but
hear
see,
me?
If you
that's what
got
we
the money,
saying.
that's nothing.
But
10,000,
that's what
okay, here.
but that's what we saying. The nigga paid the 10,000 for it, go get it from the pharmacy, and now that's the new drug trade in the streets.
And
But yeah, the
who's benefiting
distributor.
from it?
Who's the main supplier? The
Who
United
and like
States of
I'm not
America.
talking about the supplier. You could get anything from anywhere now. It's the distributor that is the one delivering it to the user. You know what I mean?
But the distributor has to distribute it. Like, for example, I watched a pastor yesterday do a whole press conference about being kicked out of a movie theater, right? because he got arthritis and different shit. And he said in his speech, he was talking about the opioid problem epidemic that we have, and he said, "Shit, it's a problem and it's an epidemic around the United States, and I'm on them right now. I gotta take them in order to come up here to do this. So they not going nowhere. They finna keep distribute them because it's more people with arthritis that need it than people on the streets who using it to get high. It's more people who got stomach problems who need lean, and more people who get a cold and get sick with with respiratory infections that need the lean than people who using it to get high. So they're gonna have to keep it in the distributors got to keep it on the shelf.
Got it. And listen,
it's us. If we don't value our lives and stop taking this shit.
I mean, because there's different ways to heal things, you know, there's different remedies you choose.
I understand. No, I understand
they
that. I
choose
understand
to
that.
be on the pills and everything, you know what I mean? That's a decision
Yeah, but
people make.
that's what
Pastor or whatever.
No, that's what they sell to the majority of the people. Like I don't subscribe to that formula, but that don't mean that my mama don't take some pills because I don't. You know what I mean? And that don't mean that my sister don't. My sister might take her pills or whatever, but I might tell her you could just change your diet and eat this. But that don't mean she ain't gonna change it because it's always gonna be a customer.
Freeze. This nigga just brought something to my attention. Hey, bro, you just told me that they know that it's more people getting high off that drain than it is people being claimed to be sick. You hear me?
No, other way around. No, it's the other way around. It's more people that's sick than getting high, bro.
No,
it is. It's way more people, bro. You got to think they give lean to grandmas, they give lean to kids, they give lean to.
But no, listen.
People.
How is that when you get a pint of lean, that's supposed to last you for a couple months? Nigga, these niggas drinking that shit in the day.
I'm understanding that, but you got to understand the billions of people around the world. It's more people who really taking that shit the way it's man, that's real. Or if that's the case, they would have stopped selling all of the shit that people use to make meth and all this other shit. Because it's people who really use like, okay, let me use for example, something that's like, say for example, like a PPP money that went out, right? It was a whole bunch of people that scammed, but it was a way more people who used it for real business.
So yeah, but see, that's not something you can consume. Like it's not for consumption.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Because regular consumption can be like I could take my daughter and so what niggas is doing though, right? I could take my kids or back when I used to sip, we'll buy the lean off the streets off of people who really was supposed to be using that.
I gotta disagree with you, gang. That's like saying people listen.
The lean we was buying from people wasn't.
That's like saying people use prescription perk 30s more than people getting high off of them. Hell no, man.
I mean,
I think it's more people who need them than getting high off of them.
I agree with you, lightweight Freeze, but I get what PBR is saying. People who get prescribed the drugs don't necessarily need them, but I get what you're saying. So you're right in a sense. But if you're right in a sense that somebody has a condition and the doctor or physician, you know, whoever prescribes in something that is supposed to heal or contain or, you know, make the condition.
Listen, a doctor.
But what PBR is saying is that even though these are prescribed to the people, there are more people who are actually using it, whether they get them from the people who are being prescribed them or not. Use it. There are more people who are using it who don't need it than the people who are actually needing it.
I understand. I understand it crystal clear what he's saying. But what I'm saying is, if the motherfucker on the street just can come up and go buy 2 pills, 5 pills, or whatever, they hustling up on their pills. That's cool. But the pharmacy itself don't know if these scripts is real or fake. All all the pharmacy knows is legally by law, a
Right.
doctor we keep getting these scripts that's coming through legally from doctors.
Mhm.
They getting way more of those than they getting of people who just selling fake pills on the streets
Yeah,
and
of
doing different
course,
shit.
of course. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, as far as the business model goes, they not worried about, like, I'm not talking about who's actually taking the pill. I'm talking about the reason why they're distributing the pill. They're
Well,
So
that's what,
distributing
and
the
then
pill.
that goes back to my point is that it needs to be, if somebody, I mean, it takes a big person to, or a powerful person with a lot of money or a powerful company. It needs to be, in order to prevent it all, it needs to be hit at the distribution level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but that's what I'm saying. You
well,
can't hit it at the
let
you
Black
can't
say
hit it
let
at the
Black say something.
distribution
He
area.
back in attendance. What's up, Black?
oh yeah, because my laptop just died. I mean, like died, bro. But the thing about it is, they make way more money for the intended purpose than it is off some niggas just hustling off the pills and using it and all that other stuff.
I agree with that.
By far,
That's
like
what I
by
just said.
far, like it's by far that happens because
Yeah. But I would say the money that they make illegally on the side is just equivalent as what they make, but faster.
absolutely not. Absolutely not, because for every one of them pills that they serve in the hospital, they're gonna get $1,000 for each pill.
Mm-mm.
Every time they give you a Motrin in the hospital, you know how much a Motrin costs in the hospital when they bill you?
Well, you know what? I'm not. Let me say. I would have to say I would have to maybe agree with you or maybe not, because you know what? That's not my field. You know
It's
what I'm saying? I never
inflated.
sold lean. I never
Man,
saw. I was a
pharmaceutical
cocaine cowboy.
sales,
You know what I'm saying?
pharmaceutical
So if we was
sales,
talking
bro,
about some marijuana,
pharmaceutical sales is the biggest business in the world, other than
That's
like
why they
oil
knocked
or
down
something,
Kobe.
man. Like,
That's why they knocked down Kobe.
well, listen. What
like,
I'm saying
nigga,
is that on the street level, I don't know what they making. I
they
don't.
not making all of that money off of pharmaceutical sales, selling it on the streets, bro.
They not. I agree with y'all. Now, Freeze, I would have to say I might have to agree with you now when you said, now I see what you're saying. They give more prescriptions to the people that need it more than the niggas on the streets, because it's not like that on the streets. You feel me? I feel what you're saying now. I was fucked up.
Because if that was the case, right, then all they would have to do is just start producing it.
But that's what being an apex is.
They make so much money on it that they be like, oh, these little punk ass niggas making a little 10%. So what? Just as long as we make our 90, we good.
Because that's what being an apex is, man. Assessing the situation and then finding out if you really was in the right place to be speaking, and I wasn't, because I don't know nothing about that pharmaceutical sales and shit on the streets. I'm pretty sure they're not making money like niggas we was when we was selling birds and shit.
But it's like selling weed. They making more money than we ever made selling weed.
Yeah, I would say that. I was
sitting in the dispensary the other day, and I was talking to the lady in the dispensary, and I said, how much money do this place make every day? She said, well over $100,000 every day.
Easy. Yeah.
Like every day. Like, my nigga, it don't even matter.
So listen. So America
went from making $1,000 a day.
So you mean to tell me
a day?
Y'all mean to tell me America went from a import country, you feel me? They used to get all their drugs imported, to now it's domestic now.
Yeah, it's just right here.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That's why the immigrants would rather just come here. The Mexicans, the Paisas that used to bring to work, my Paisas that used to bring to work, nigga, they just farmers and sell cars now.
Mm-hmm.
They done trapping. Like,
some of my people's growing corn and shit.
They like, nigga, it's over with. Like, it's done.
They said,
like,
listen, they said they'll make more money growing corn than marijuana.
You, for real talk, this is a fact. My partner grow potatoes, bro. He's like, my dad grow potatoes now.
They really using them farming skills now.
Yeah, it's over with, bro. America, the government of America make more money off of the drug trade now, nigga, than we ever dreamed of making.
Oh my God, man.
Like that's just it is what it is, and that's why they not gonna never stop selling drugs. Like they sell
Listen,
too many
I'm
drugs. Like
tweaking, gang, because like America really used to be a foreign drug abuser and consumer. And it's
yeah,
not
that's
like
over
that
with.
no more.
Yeah,
People
that's
have
over
to
with.
use their mind. Like, when's the last time you heard of a motherfucking cocaine bust of 50 kilos or
Yeah,
100
that's over
birds,
with.
1,000 pounds of weed?
No, that's
Or
over with.
They
Now,
figured it out. They got tired of it. They got tired of spending all that money on the planes to bring it over, on the boats, or however the distribution
because
back
it wasn't making no more
to
money.
America cut them out.
Cut them
America
out.
said,
right. They
we got
got
to get
tired
this
of all
shit.
that. They're just like, we can make it ourselves. We could do it right here. We could distribute
Yeah,
it,
like
make it, produce it right
we
here.
don't need narcos no more. We don't need niggas
Listen,
to sell drugs to fight
Molly
wars.
knocked
We do it
cocaine out the
ourselves.
box. You feel me? That Molly and that motherfucking ecstasy knocked cocaine right out the box. Nobody had to play with their nose no more or smoke crack no more to get this
No,
energy.
people are still smoking crack. People are still doing
Yeah,
coke.
but it's
Yeah.
thick
But you
amount.
know why
Thick
it's not the
amount
whole
though.
world no more? Because they changed the ingredients. Some of the ingredients to make cocaine back in the days has been eliminated and wiped off the planet. They do not use it or make it or manufacture it. No, it's against the whole law. And America made it that way so they can take control of the game. Because that shit they used to put in that cocaine, the cocaine they snorted in the 80s ain't the same that they snorting now today. It's
Well,
not.
plus people were dying from it. They don't want you to die. They want you to stay alive so you can keep on buying this shit.
But it's
That's
listen.
why the ingredients changed.
Listen, now we in the field of what I was listen, let me tell you, I was a cocaine cowboy. They are not bringing in the birds like they used to because the ether in it is not the same. They replaced it with some type of method, some type of, I don't know, gasoline or something. Cocaine is not
It's
the same high no more.
addictive. It's
Motherfuckers go to sleep.
addictive. They
I
put
seen a
in
motherfucker snort some fish scale and fall asleep, nigga.
it. Yeah,
Okay?
no,
I'm
what
like,
they
oh
put
yeah,
in
cocaine is not the
it
same.
is addictive. They made sure that all the drugs had some kind of addictive in it.
Yeah,
So
but
people could keep on buying it and keep on getting their prescriptions filled.
listen, I'm telling you right now, crack sales are only in places that are like I'm telling you, like where Bigfoot is kicking it, my nigga. Don't nobody sell crack. There's no more crack houses
Vallejo,
like you
nigga.
get.
Hey,
Stop
Like when you
lying.
was
I see
growing up in
hey,
EPA and in
Vallejo,
Frisco,
nigga.
there ain't no more
hey,
crack houses.
where
Nigga, I
Yeah,
seen
Crackhead
a
those
at?
are
Bigfoot in Vallejo.
non-existent.
Nigga, lying, nigga. I seen a Bigfoot in Vallejo. Stop lying.
Listen, I know niggas. Listen, I ain't gonna say
Man, fuck
nobody name,
that
but
Bigfoot,
hey,
you and his
Black,
cutty.
you and I both know a nigga that indulged in that. He even told me the stock market. He told me it's fucked up.
Nigga, never mind.
It ain't the
Listen,
same no more.
listen.
Shout out to the D boys from the 80s.
Hey, thank you. Listen, because it's over with them. Listen, being a D boy is finna be like a dinosaur pretty soon. Listen, my
It's
nigga.
over with.
Listen, my
Trapping is
nigga.
over with.
There is nobody at the age under. There's nobody under the age of, let's say 40 years old smoking crack. Nobody.
Well,
nobody.
know,
They smoking.
But what
perks.
we can agree on that the number is so small that it ain't even worth arguing.
Yeah, they smoking
Thank
perks
you.
now. They smoking perks.
Man, for real, man. You can't buy
They
no
on
crack
that
nowhere, nigga.
Yeah, they burning them perks on aluminum foil, smoking that
Exactly,
shit.
with the straw. With the straw.
They smoking
That's
pills
the new
now,
crack.
nigga.
Nigga, meth even fell off. Don't nobody even got no meth right now.
They don't want no glass. They don't want that. They want the pills, my nigga. They want the pharmaceutical shit.
And that's what America pushed. They pushed that. Look, when they had Future put out that song, what is it called, quote unquote, Freeze? Perks, what?
Oh, perks and lean. What's the shit?
That's how the hood go? Percocet and Molly's? Molly Percocets?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that was the
I was
movement.
thinking of a totally different song.
Molly Percocets, that was the movement.
His whole movement was Molly and Percocets and
lean.
Yeah.
And that's what they use. And like Corinne said, the highest frequency they use to get rid of all that Mexican weed and cocaine. and
To
heroin.
music.
Niggas just want to smoke Zod now. You just want the Zod that they grow.
Yep. And you want the lean that they make, and you want the Percocets that they manufacture. They got the game in the rap. Nigga, America got the dope game in a chokehold.
Yep, run it up.
It's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends.
304.
Bruh, my computer is dead, bro.
This nigga Black ain't got no facial expression.
I need a cash app.
You got to
I need a cash app now. I need cash apps for my.
He need a Captain Cash App him. Where's she at?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Don't make me go make a profile. Don't make me go make a profile, y'all. Don't make me go get a profile.
Nigga make a OnlyFans.
Fans.
and I'm gonna request $50 from PPR Cash App. And he gonna say that on the slick, act like don't nobody know.
That right there represents bad parenting. We're gonna blame Chucky parents because right here he was good. This when he was in school, he was in the 5th grade. You feel me?
We progressed here. This the reason, Chucky. You on that old age. We on that current new stuff here.
That nigga Chucky had a
blue-eyed redhead devil.
Hey man, that nigga look like Lil Silas. That nigga look like Lil Silas. That guy Silas, man.
Where's what's the New Year's resolutions?
Oh, let me say mine. This is important. If you have any issues with anybody from 2023 and beyond, or back, I'm not fucking with you. I'm going into the new year with this resolution with new energy and positive vibes only. So if you have an issue with your grandmother or your father or your uncle and you want to talk to me about it, that will be the last time you talk to me about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear about no issues about something that happened 15 years ago. I don't want to, if you didn't resolve it and solve it, you know what I'm saying? Because that sounds like a problem and it's solvable. Every problem is solvable in every way. Just figure it out. The fractions, you know what I'm saying? And the equations, you be all right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not rocking with you or talking to you if you have any animosity with another human being. I'm pushing for peace. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fly to Israel tomorrow. I'm going to stand out there naked and nude and let you know. Next, I'm going to Ukraine. I'm going to say, can we all just make love?
Make a resolution and get some headphones too.
That's what I want from you, nigga.
Nigga, I need a laptop from you then.
Okay. Wait, that would sound like a fair trade, gang.
Well, are we giving advice for New Year's? Is that what we're doing in the?
Yeah.
Okay.
What you not tolerating in this 2024?
I have a low tolerance for a lot of things, and you know that. But my New Year's resolution, I really don't make New Year's resolutions because whatever. But if I were to give advice to everyone based on our conversation tonight and the show tonight, is to increase your value. Let's all increase our value.
Yeah, because I know a girl that's well, I don't know her, but
that's a good one. Mine is just find Jesus. If you don't know where he at, I can show you where he at.
That way, like the Migos say. That way. Chucky, what do you think? You have advice, Chucky?
I am not taking no advice from a man whose face look like that.
He said be a good guy. He says it's on his overalls. Be a good guy.
He looked like he wasn't so good. Man, that nigga, only way I would take his advice if we was frontline soldiers. I'd be like, with all them battle scars, nigga, I'm fucking with you. You still ticking, nigga? I'm listening to everything you got to say.
In my laptop.
He said be a good guy.
Yeah. Hey, for New Year's, my shit is like I said, like she said, I don't really fuck with the resolutions, but what I am gonna try something new this year. And I challenge everybody to try something new. And the thing that I'm gonna try that's new is I'm gonna try to work with the people around me that I think are lonely, the people who I feel will suffer from loneliness, and some of the things when I feel like I'm lonely or I feel like, damn, I'm by myself. So one thing I want to work on is just spending more time and being more engaging with the people who I say I care about, or the people who I fuck with, my kids, my friends, my whoever. I want to. I'm gonna try to be more engaging and try to be more more not just there to support them, but just there to say, hey, what's up, how you doing, and just talk and just be more of a friend and more of a brother, more of a husband, more of a father, more of a whatever title it is that I wear. I want to be more of that, you know what
Gang,
I'm
gang,
saying?
gang, gang. I like that, cuz.
Like real shit. And I think that that's one of the things that
Well,
comes back to the
shit. This one
value
is
like
about
we
this
was
year.
talking about.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all sound so smart and insightful and whatever, whatnot. This year is about me. I'm being selfish this year. I've always been a selfless ass nigga. This is the year about me. So if you want to take that shit personal, that's on you. And I do have advice for you though. I do. So whatever you need to know, I'm open. I'm open for it. But like I said, I'm being very selfish this year. Don't take it personal. If you do, that means you was in it for the wrong reasons anyway. Oh, I didn't do any of
Damn.
these.
You feel me?
So yeah, and I'm about to start. I gotta find out a way to get a new laptop now. See, damn, this is
Captain
hella weird.
Cash App him.
That's because we was talking. It's because the topics. I told y'all I didn't want to talk about this.
You need that Wonder Woman Cash App. Yeah, go on and send that
Uh,
Wonder Woman Cash App.
thank you for Oh, I gotta take the battery out. Let me see. Hold the power button for 20 seconds. I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, thank y'all for hacking in. I wish I could be on the screen, but that's another story. But we'll
Happy
be
New
here.
Year.
I know. Feliz Nuevo Años. So we're gonna have a new year. We'll be back next Saturday. We'll be doing something Thursday. I mean Tuesday. So that's all good. I'm trying to get where Freeze it. I need to roll up too.
Man, I done sat here and smoked like 6 blunts.
I know, right?
Thank you guys
We
for
out.
having me.
You already know it's good. Go bye.